rooms, and more. See detailed information on quality of care and how patients rate their experience. Visit medicare.gov/care today. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
New on Curiosity Street. Uncover engineering secrets from history's greatest masters. From the mysteries of the first man-made waterways to the building techniques of the early Americas, it's ancient engineering. Plus, 40 tons of trucks speeding down the interstate can be a recipe for disaster. See how today's smarter, new-age big rigs pave the way for safer highways on high-tech trucks. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
Sheridan House takes boys who are struggling at home or school and helps them turn their lives around. They provide residential care for middle school age boys with behavioral issues. If you're struggling with your teenage son, visit SheridanHouse.org to see how they can help. Sheridan House, answers for today's family.
People who suffer from arthritis are getting real pain relief with exciting biologic therapies at QC Kinetics.
The success rate is there, and there's no better way to treat yourself when it comes to dealing with pain.
Meet Tyler Vale, co-founder of QC Kinetics, who says they can't cure arthritis, but they can treat the pain.
If you think of the tide coming in and out on the beach and what it does, it erodes the sand, right? Can't stop the tide, but eventually when the sand or the beach gets bad enough, we backfill that beach with sand so that we get generations of enjoyment with that beach again. And the same thing happens with your knee or your shoulder or your hip or your back. We want to backfill the problems that have happened to this point. I'm not stopping the tide, so I'm not stopping the arthritis, but I want to get generations of enjoyment out of those joints again.
Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation. Learn more about how restorative biologic therapies can get you real and lasting joint pain relief.
Call QC Kinetics, 954-787-PAIN. That's 954-787-PAIN. In Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach counties, 954-787-7246.
There's a reason Comcast Business powers more businesses than any other provider. Actually, there's a few. Comcast Business offers the fastest, reliable network, the peace of mind that comes with Security Edge, helping to protect all your connected devices, and the most reliable 5G mobile network. Want me to keep going? I can. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Technology solutions that put you ahead and give you serious savings. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with internet for $30 a month with no annual contract required. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Call or go online today to learn more. Offer ends 8/28/2022. Restrictions apply. Enrollment in EcoBill and AutoPay required. New Comcast Business 50 megabits per second internet customers only. Equipment, installation, taxes, and other fees extra and subject to change. Comcast Business Mobile utilizes the network with the most RootMetrics 5G data reliability wins in 2H 2021. Results may vary. Award is not an endorsement.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
This report is streamed live on our iHeartRadio app. Download it now.
Well, we're looking good along 95 now. Accident-free, Boca to Jupiter, 15-minute ride southern to PGA. Had a crash earlier in Wellington. This was Wellington Trace and Forest Hill Boulevard, and that one, we're told, has cleared away as well. I'm Joel Malkin.
This report is sponsored by the Truth with Lisa Booth podcast.
Governor Kim Reynolds kept Iowa free during the height of COVID. Get to know Governor Kim Reynolds better on The Truth with Lisa Booth. And make sure to listen to The Truth with Lisa Booth every Monday and Thursday and all throughout the week on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is WZZR-FM, West Palm Beach, Real Radio 92.1, powered by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Been in an accident? Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter the keyword credit, CREDIT, on our website, realradio921.com. That's credit, CREDIT, on our website, realradio921.com. Good luck from Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Welcome back to the show.
Oh, this is going to be sweet.
How so? It's National Lollipop Day.
It is. Have a lollipop.
Suck on it.
This isn't going to change the way you eat lollipops, is it?
Lollipop?
Lollipops.
National Lollipop Day.
Mr. Owl, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
3.
It's a lollipop.
It's showtime.
Well, color me happy. There's a sofa in here for two.
First time in an elevator.
Penthouse. The Penthouse. Wow, great view. I bet you can see all the way to the ocean from out here.
Penthouse, top floor, got everything I need and a lot more. High ceilings, marble floor, and my penthouse. Top
Hey, Mr. Greek, can I get your autograph?
Hey, Greek, what's happening, pal?
I'm 6 deep behind a 4. You can't find me.
Oh my God, it's Greek!
You're listening to The Penthouse. Here's The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Yes, it is a Wednesday on The Penthouse. Always a lot for you every day. We got a chance for you to win Incubus tickets at 11:45 to a great show and a great time. Got 8 chances a day to win $1,000 worth of keyword. We got to make this happen. We have to, people. Come on. Got WWGD coming at you later in the show. And a lot more entertainment. And find out if anybody is a big, big millionaire. We'll find that out also. Good morning, Jimmy.
Hello and good morning. I know I'm rich because I'm here with you two.
Oh, drop the mic, baby. Nice.
That's it. I'm out.
That's it. Man, you can't stop that. You got the MVP and the game ball right there.
Good morning to you and good morning to you out there listening.
Good morning, Miss Francis.
Hello, good morning.
And
Can't beat that. I can't. I'm sorry.
You can't.
No.
That's great.
No.
I mean, that's. I might use that later. Mega Millions last night.
Joe, I love it.
So many people were playing it all over the place. Nobody won. So now it's even up more. So Friday night's the next draw.
I have a feeling if I would have gotten that ticket, I texted my husband yesterday and I was like, hey, on your way home, I was like, can you pick up a Mega Millions?
Oh, no.
And he had a long day and he was just like, I can't, babe. And I was like, fine. So it's that one ticket that we would have got.
You would have had. That's the one.
That would have won.
Would have been the winner, too.
That Mega Millions.
I know it.
You never know.
I know.
Well, is it pretty safe to say that had he gone and gotten it, okay,
Yeah.
so it would have been whatever time of day it was.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody probably was the next person. Somebody did get a ticket after
I
that.
don't know, unless we were the last people to have gotten a ticket that day.
5 to 8.
That would be the only way that scenario would
You never
work.
know.
Yeah, exactly.
And
yes.
you got to get there in your mind, right?
Well, and as if he would have picked the numbers correctly, right? If he didn't do like a quick pick and he would have like just guessed these numbers, the magic numbers.
Oh, does he do it that, or do you guys usually
sometimes
choose numbers? Oh,
sometimes.
do you?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Most of the time it's quick picks.
Okay,
but
right,
yeah,
right.
Sometimes.
I was just curious because I always do quick picks.
Yeah.
I never have a set of numbers.
Most of the time we do.
Now, Greek, when you do them just on your own, when you play the lottery on your own, I know back when you did the pick 3 or pick 4, you usually play like people's phone numbers or birthdays or things like that. How about now? If you ever played a lottery, Powerball, Mega Ball, do you ever have numbers or do you just do quick picks?
I do quick picks. Years ago, I used to do sports teams.
Yeah.
When I would play, I would do
you
like,
got a bunch of them. You used to do phone numbers and birthdays, and
Yep.
I remember there's a couple of them.
Yeah, like I would do maybe a pick 6. I do 6 numbers of the Yankees.
Yeah.
Like Jeter, A-Rod, Posada, Mario. I remember I did, and Bernie Williams. I would do 6 just for blanks and giggles.
Right.
But for 99%. And yesterday I played the Mega Millions. I think I played $10, so it cost $20. I did it with my stepson. He thinks he's going to win. We didn't win. But
Wait, you played $10, but it cost $20?
I played 10 tickets, so it's $20.
Oh, you said $10.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever. That didn't take long.
Yeah, right out of the
did.
gate.
Whatever.
Right out of the gate. He texts me at 11 o'clock, and he goes, we didn't win. I'm like, okay, buddy, have a good night. I love you. He goes, love you too, G. I said, we'll try again. But that's it. It's a limit. I don't want to start getting him into that. But he's already into that, like, dividing the money up. After taxes, this is what we get. But, yeah, I know a lot of people were anticipating it, and I'm sure Friday the lines will be longer, too. Yesterday's was, I think, the 8th highest lottery in America. So now
going into that was the 8th, right?
Yeah,
so what's it going to be now?
I think it goes to 530 now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, no, 630 million.
630.
Yeah,
630?
it was 555 yesterday.
Yeah. Then it's
it was in the 500s.
No,
already.
it's 630.
Okay.
Yeah,
630 is what it's at right now.
That's all goes up, huh?
I think. I mean, I
Okay,
could.
all right.
No, 100%. It's $630 million. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So if we win, it'll be nice. Won't still be in the locker room Saturday. Don't worry about it. Still doing the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alone.
Yeah. And at 6:30, it would be the 5th biggest jackpot in Mega Million history.
Wow.
Yeah. That's what they're saying.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just crazy, that kind of money. It'll probably be one winner. Somebody, random. You'll hear a great story. Somebody walked in. I got a flat tire. I pulled in a gas station.
Yeah, good for them.
That's right.
Do,
I mean, you never
Hopefully
know.
that one winner is us.
Yeah.
One of us.
Well, that'd be great. It'd be great.
One of us.
One of us. One of us. And then I wouldn't have to worry about sending Franny to iHeart. I could send her on my own. I'd be like, right here, you're going to go yourself, which would be great.
Buy iHeart.
Yeah.
We'll get Franny there. Here, I'll buy the company.
Oh, my God. That's so funny. Yeah, so a lot going on.
Don't worry, Bob. We'll leave you.
Yeah, you're in. Don't worry about it. Yeah, a lot going on with the lottery. I've heard a lot of people talk about it yesterday, day before, and I'm sure Friday people will be talking about it. And when you hear no winner, I think people get excited. Because like, all right, it's going up again.
Oh, yeah, that was the first. That was the first text I sent my husband. It's like we still have a chance. There's still a chance.
Yeah, it's all fun, everything else.
It is, but it's funny that's when people get excited, right? When the jackpot's so big.
I was gonna say,
winning $5 million is awesome. Winning $1 million is awesome.
Yeah.
But when we start playing, and I'm speaking for myself, it's when these jackpots get just like this.
I would be jacked up if I won $1,000.
Oh yeah, me too.
And I don't think the three of us clearly would not obviously turn that down or think anything of it, but it's not in our face every day, or at least it isn't to me, right?
Yeah.
So when we see the jackpot like that, it's in the headlines everywhere, whether it's the news or anything, whether it's on the social media or something, it's out there, hey, the jackpot is that, and you don't see it every day. Sure, you go to the convenience store and there it is, lottery, and you don't even really think anything of it.
Yep.
But when it's a big jackpot like this, we get a little bit more of it, so it's in our face more.
Yeah, I got my friends texting me to join in pools where they're getting in. Everybody's throwing in $10. You don't see that if it's a regular week, 3-4 million. But
because you don't think of it. It's not there. It's not presented to you as much.
Sure.
Or at least it feels that way to me anyway.
Oh yeah. Well, no, it's definitely what you said. There's more people talking about it, more people bringing it up. You see it on the news, like you said. It's on the radio. It's everywhere.
We'll walk by the bullpen and, Channel 12 News is talking about it, So, I mean, there's something you normally wouldn't see when it's only $5 million.
Yeah, which I agree with Francis 100%. I always said to people, $5 million. Could you imagine winning $5 million? I mean, anything. Like last week, my friends played in a poker tournament. I didn't do any gambling, but there was a lady there playing. And she was just sitting there talking to her friend. She goes, I'd be happy if I won $100.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, better than losing.
Yeah.
But it's definitely something that gets people's juices going in the right direction, which is always good. It is the Penthouse.
My juices were going in the wrong direction today. But Greek's got them going in the right way now.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. It is the Penthouse. It is a Wednesday. Jimmy's going to come back with a story that I got to be careful about.
Oh, yeah.
I got to watch it. And so much more coming at you in the Penthouse on a Wednesday. Peace.
Got something to say? Text us at 47142. Start your message with Real Radio. Standard data and message rates apply, and don't text while driving.
Make this the year you go to our iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Friday, September 23rd and Saturday the 24th. Buy your tickets now at AXS.com.
Stream it free on the CW app and CWTV.com.
Brought to you by T-Mobile. Switch to the network with more 5G bars in more places so you can experience your music whether you're streaming from home or from the front row. Plus, customers can get closer to the festival with VIP access. Only from the leader in 5G coverage. T-Mobile.
Hey, it's the Greek. Are you tired of having pain in your shoulders, your hips, your elbows, and you just don't feel great? And maybe your golf game or your tennis game's not what it once was. Well, it's time to call QC Kinetics with 8 clinics in South Florida. QC Kinetics is treating people every day with advanced regenerative medicine, giving people back their lives and going out and enjoying life, especially all over South Florida. It's QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. They're doing it every single day and helping you, using the power of your own body healing agents to repair and restore damaged tissue so you can live again. If you're tired of the pain and tired of using steroids and pain pills and hate the idea of surgery, this is a solution you've been waiting for. Emmett Smith and other high-profile people have been talking about it for years. Why not get a free consultation? Call QC Kinetics to learn more about this treatment and the benefits from it. From Coral Gables to West Palm Beach. Call now, 954-787-PAIN. 954-787-PAIN. QC Kinetics, 954-787-PAIN. It's time to get life back and live pain-free.
Small business owners sometimes go broke. My first business startup in the 80s was a fledgling startup story. Credit cards were maxed, car had bald tires, house had broken windows, and my employees got paid before I did. But my diet of hot dogs and mac and cheese was to die for. Hi, I'm Mike Capel, founder and CEO of Patriot Software. My business startup was messy. Actually, I was broke. My wife and I lived on fumes for 4 years. To escape our financial reality, we played board games and dreamt of someday owning our own boardwalk and park place. That's why I created my 5th successful company, Patriot Software, to help small business owners do their payroll without going broke. And if you need help, we will help you for free. Go to patriotsoftware.com and enter promo code RADIO, and I'll give you 2 months of payroll processing free. That's patriotsoftware.com.
People sometimes may wonder why they need a big law firm after their injury. Name one small insurance company. Couldn't think of one, could you? Didn't think so. Most insurance companies are big, really big. They have thousands of lawyers. Imagine it's a beautiful day, sun is shining, birds singing. You're on your way to work, and then bam, your whole life changes in that second. Forever. You're injured, and now you have to fight for justice or live your life in pain. Let me give you some straight talk. Your opponent is not the driver of the car that hit you, it's their insurance company. When you're fighting to get what you deserve, it's go big or go home. We are big for a reason, which is why we've recovered over $9 billion for our clients. Over $1 billion in one case alone. When it comes to law, size matters. We're America's largest injury law firm, Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
New South is Florida's factory direct window company. We manufacture, install, and guarantee your windows for life. One company, one call. Our windows blend energy performance with hurricane protection. New South Window, home of your ultimate Florida window.
Going on now. Buy 2 windows, get a 3rd free. Call 1-800-NEW-WINDOWS.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep the facility running, no matter the weather or supply chain hiccup. But we get you, Raymond in Buffalo, and Maria in Miami, Jules in Minneapolis, and Stan in Central Indiana, taking control of everything that's under your control. At Grainger, we're here for you with experienced branch staff at over 250 locations so you get the product you're looking for. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And now you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial. ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
You like a company that really stands behind its product? Well, listen to what Diamonds Direct does. Let's say you buy a diamond today for $10,000, but later on you want to trade up for a larger diamond or maybe a different shape. Well, Diamonds Direct will give you $11,000 towards the new diamond. That's a guaranteed 10% appreciation. Let me say it again. You paid $10,000 originally, but Diamonds Direct pays you $11,000 for that same diamond when you upgrade. 10% more for the same diamond. It's Diamonds Direct's 110% upgrade guarantee, and it applies to diamond pendants and diamond stud earrings as well. You get the extra 10% on a $3,000 diamond or a $30,000 diamond. Doesn't matter. No strings attached either. You can get the 110% trade-up value regardless of the cost of the new diamond. And you can upgrade as many times as you like. Now that's peace of mind. And that's a company that believes in its product. Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion. In Boca Raton behind Town Center Mall.
What can you hear on the free iHeartRadio app? Well, let's do it. Everything. Tap radio to listen to live radio stations from across the country and around the world. Need a playlist to fit your mood or set the mood? We got them, from working out to chilling out and everything in between. And nobody has more
talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Francis O'Brien Brown, Puerto Rico's spiciest rum that wears panties. Hot.
You're listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse. You're back in the Penthouse on a Wednesday, midweek, baby. We'll get you right where you need to go today. Don't forget 11:45 Incubus tickets. You guys are doing a great job on the talkbacks all the time. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good morning.
And Francis is here.
Hey, happy Wednesday.
All right, that is hot. So, Jimmy, what should I be worried about?
Well, you should be worried about a lot of things, Greek, but here's another one to add to the list. Oh, my God. It's earth-breaking. A Michigan woman who was planning to go on a date ended up getting one. A court date, that is.
Oh, nice.
Kashante Short is raising eyebrows online after suing a man for $10,000 for what? He stood her up on a date. That's right, a clip of the wild virtual hearing during which the scorned woman got into a heated shouting match with the judge, never a good idea, is currently blowing up online. I'd play the audio for it, but it's just the two of them talking over each other.
Okay.
So it's really not great audio to listen to. But it does show how much she's fighting with the judge, trying to go over what is perjury and trying to say that, he perjured because he lied, but that's not perjury because it didn't happen in court under oath, blah, 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 that type of thing. The woman had reportedly filed a lawsuit back in 2020 in which she alleged that Richard Jordan did not show up for their date per legal documents. Short sued the accused date ditcher for intentional infliction of emotional distress on the grounds that Jordan had deliberately hurt her by standing her up. Their Zoom meeting, which the hearing was done online. It wasn't done in an actual court. Quickly devolved into a circus, as I had mentioned, after Short locked horns with the judge over whether Jordan's romantic no-show job was a criminal offense. After some back and forth between Short and the judge, defendant Jordan weighed in, deadpanning, saying, "To be honest with you, sir, I thought this was just going to be thrown out. We had one date, and nothing else after that, and now I'm being sued for $10,000, he added. I don't see how this is going to go any further. I think this is a waste of your time. However, Short then claimed that the man had perjured himself by allegedly lying about leaving her in the lurch, a point the judge said was in no position to determine. Short, who was reported being unemployed since early June, has a shocker there, huh? Has a history of filing frivolous lawsuits. Get this, in 2020, she sued the Flint Police Department for $300 million and also filed a suit against AT&T, all of which has been dismissed. But, so I guess in this particular case, this is probably going to get thrown out. But
yeah.
Greek, if you're staying up a girl, look out. You might get sued.
I might get sued. Wow, I got to watch that.
That's it. Just go the other way.
There's no other way to go the other way.
I don't know. There's some guys that would sue too. It's not just women. You never know.
My other way is stay single.
Oh, that one.
Go that way.
Got it.
I think if you give somebody at least 24 hours, that's enough time. And sometimes things come up. I mean, on both sides.
Well, obviously, this isn't going to go anywhere because that's not any reason to sue somebody for, especially for any type of money like that. But
people
with
do get
that,
upset.
what is good etiquette if you have to?
I would think
you say 24 hours.
Yeah, I mean, or the same early in the morning. Like if you have a date at 8 o'clock at night, if you call the person by I think 10 or text them and say, "I'm sorry, something came up. I can't make it. I'd like to reschedule."
Okay,
I think that's
I even think like a few hours in advance is fine, as long as it's not that time where somebody would be getting ready for the date or whatever it is, because life does happen, and I understand that. But I do think even if you give me a couple hours before the date just to give me a heads up, I'm going to be okay with it as long as the excuse is legitimate or sounds it.
Yeah.
Obviously from there, if the person never calls you again after that, then you figured out what's going on. But yeah, I mean, the 24 hours isn't necessary for me because I do get it.
Yeah, I think if it's a first date, it's a little different. Like if you bail on somebody first date close, I think they would get a little bit madder. If you know somebody a little, you go on them 2 or 3 times, and something comes up, say, like Franny just said, you're going out at 8, hey, at 4 o'clock, hey, something came up. I got a text last week.
Yeah, but it's got to be a pretty good reason, right? I mean,
Yeah, but I mean,
it's hard to say. Hard to sit there and listen to, something comes up. Well,
I can't get out of. I can't. What my boss asked me. I don't know to stay late for work, or if you have children. I mean, there's things that can sound legitimate.
There's some legit.
It could be complete BS too. You just don't know. Some people are good at lying when
My
it comes
dog
up
got
to
sick.
excuses. Yeah, I mean, it could be anything. You maybe came down with something, not feeling so hot.
Yeah. I had a girl about a month ago texting me. We were supposed to go at 8. She called me at 5 to confirm with me.
You had it the other last week.
Yeah. And then she called me back at 6, and she was like, now I don't feel good. She was like, I think I'm coming down with something, and I'm worried. And I was like, yeah, no worries. All good. And, if something happened. And again, I think if you know the person.
That's great for you.
Yeah. That worked out. I was like, and if somebody's feeling sick, I don't want to be around them anyway.
That's my point.
Yeah. It definitely is that. Yeah. But I think if you feel like it's a little bit hoaxy, like, something like that, or like, when everybody says, like, if somebody goes on a first date and they get a phone call like 20 minutes in, you start thinking like, oh, that's my friend and stuff like that. But yeah, it's tough because, you don't want to hurt people's feelings, but I know you don't want to be on their other end too. And if you want to go out or something comes up, you tell me.
It seems kind of weird. I mean, obviously, I haven't been in the dating world for some time, but back in the day, and we've also often talked about it, where, a lot of times it was the female that had it, but I guess a guy could do it too, where, hey, give me a call in 20 minutes, like Greek's just mentioning, right?
Yeah.
Make sure things are going well, but because you could be the excuse to get out if you needed, right? In today's day and age, I don't think that's a terrible idea because all the crazies that are out there, you by then maybe you'll have a good idea to know whether this person is a creeper, whether it's somebody you need to worry about. I don't think it's necessarily a bad idea nowadays.
I did it with my sister-in-law about, I don't know, now that her and this guy have been dating a year, but the first time they went on a date, I told the story how we had, it wasn't even a phone call or whatever. She would text me an emoji of a banana, and if I got that emoji of a banana, then I would call her. And that means that the date wasn't going well, and I would have to sound like there was an emergency where she would have to get out of it.
And that's a quick thing that she could get to
she
on
just
her
looked
phone.
and just see that there was a banana that came. She would text me, just a banana emoji, and that was like, that was kind of our safe word, is what we said. But the word for me to call her, and that meant, so it wasn't taking a long time for her to be on text message or whatever.
That's what I mean. It was a quick thing for her to get to.
And luckily the date went well, and it took a couple hours, but she finally did text me a banana, and I called her, and I'm like, hey, blah, blah, what's going on? She's like, oh, I just wanted to make sure you were a good sister-in-law. Everything's going. She's like, everything's going great. I'm like, oh, all right.
Yeah, I won't pick anybody up at the house now. That's changed with people.
A lot of people like to meet you there.
Yes, they really do. They're all like, hey, I'll meet you there.
Especially first date, right?
Yeah.
I imagine that's what you meant by that.
Yeah, it just,
but that used to be the gentlemanly thing to do, was to pick them up at at their front door.
Of course. Or I'll go to your house, or I'll meet you, whatever. But it seems like now it's like, hey, I'll meet you.
Hey, you don't let them know where you live.
Yeah. I get it. So I'm always like, okay, I'll meet at the restaurant. And then, we'll figure it out from there. Even sometimes, people just are just not comfortable. I mean, they're just not. Yeah. So, whatever.
I think that's why we're seeing, again, been out of the dating business, but it sure seems like a lot more has started, like the initial times that you meet up or at a coffee house. That's something quick and casual that gives you, again, you can get that good idea of whether or not, that person is.
Any connection.
And it could be the female or the guy. I mean, I'm not.
It's very hard for a lot of people to just start talking to a stranger. Yeah. They like to talk to you first on the phone a little bit. Stuff like
first
that.
date, first meeting. I should say, maybe you don't want to call that a date. Whatever, right? It depends on how you feel about it.
Yeah, but it's exactly right. I think a lot of people are more cautious today.
So careful, Greek. We don't want you getting sued.
No, I don't want to get sued. Thank you for the heads up.
You're welcome.
And if anything ever happens, I'll say, my attorney, Jimmy, said, I got 24 hours to do this.
Yeah, let's go to people's court.
That's right. It is the Penthouse. We're going to come back with a trifecta this day in history, and I'll tell you about a Yankee who had a big night in L.A. Peace.
When you give up trying to teach your parents how to use their smart speaker and take it home, tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
Hey there, good morning to you. I'm CBS 12 Storm Track meteorologist Zach Kobe. A hot one out there today with high temperatures ranging from 90 degrees at the coastline to 95 degrees inland near the lake. No rain chances today. African dust keeping us very dry. Ample sunshine and hazy skies throughout your afternoon.
This report is sponsored by the Mark Moss Show podcast.
The European Union has new crypto regulations that will cause more harm than good. I'm Mark Moss, each week discussing the decentralized revolution. So join for the Mark Moss Show on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep the facility running, no matter the weather or supply chain hiccup. But we get you, Raymond in Buffalo, and Maria in Miami, Jules in Minneapolis, and Stan in Central Indiana, taking control of everything that's under your control. At Grainger, we're here for you with experienced branch staff at over 250 locations so you get the product you're looking for. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Welcome to the Everyday Hotel. You'll be on the second floor, and your other room will be on the 14th.
Wait, we asked for connecting rooms? These are 12 floors apart.
We tried, ma'am, but technically they're only 11 floors apart. We don't have a 13th floor.
We can't be 11 floors away from our kids.
I don't see a problem.
Stuart!
When you want separate rooms, but not that separate, it matters where you stay. Only Hilton offers confirmed connecting rooms at the time of booking. Hilton, for the stay.
An official message from Medicare. Did you know Medicare.gov/care has information about healthcare providers in your area? At Medicare.gov/care, you can find and compare hospitals, doctors, nursing homes, and more. See detailed information on quality of care and how patients rate their experience. Visit Medicare.gov/care today. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
There's a reason Comcast Business powers more businesses than any other provider. Actually, there's a few. Comcast Business offers the fastest, reliable network, the peace of mind that comes with Security Edge, helping to protect all your connected devices, and the most reliable 5G mobile network. Want me to keep going? I can. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Technology solutions that put you ahead and give you serious savings. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with internet for $30 a month with no annual contract required. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Call or go online today to learn more. Offer ends 8/28/2022. Restrictions apply. Enrollment in EcoBill and AutoPay required. New Comcast Business 50 megabits per second internet customers only. Equipment, installation, taxes, and other fees extra and subject to change. Comcast Business Mobile utilizes the network with the most RootMetrics 5G data reliability wins in 2H 2021. Results may vary. Award is not an endorsement.
Don't believe me, believe the Better Business Bureau. 5 stars for GiveMeTheVin.com. The rest of them are 1 stars. America's best car buyer, GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Republicans need strong leaders in Congress to take on Joe Biden and stop his radical socialist Green New Deal agenda. And it's not Brian Mast. Mast backed Biden on critical race theory in the military, and Mast backed Biden on taxpayer-paid sex change operations. Brian Mast backs red flag gun confiscation and banning your AR-15. Jeff Bongiorno for Congress. Jeff Bongiorno. Jeff Bongiorno says it's time to stop Biden now. Listen to Jeff Bongiorno.
I'm Jeff Bongiorno, Republican for Congress. Brian Mast is too moderate, too weak, and too woke to defend our values. Brian Mast won't fight for what we believe. I will. I'm Jeff Bongiorno. I approve this message and ask for your vote against Brian Mast. Let's take our country back.
Bongiorno. Jeff Bongiorno. Jeff Bongiorno for Congress. It's time to take a stand. It's time to fight back. Paid for by Jeff Bongiorno for Congress. JeffBongiorno.com.
Governor Kim Reynolds kept Iowa free during the height of COVID. Get to know Governor Kim Reynolds better on The Truth with Lisa Booth. And make sure to listen to The Truth with Lisa Booth every Monday and Thursday and all throughout the week on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
From the Racetrack Traffic Center.
95 accident-free in West Palm, right up to speed on the Belvedere curve. In fact, throughout Palm Beach County, we're accident-free on 95. Slow down on Blue Heron Boulevard. This is westbound coming off of Congress Avenue. And also Congress is slow southbound on the approach to Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. I'm Joel Malkin.
This report is sponsored by the Mark Moss Show podcast.
The European Union has new crypto regulations week discussing the decentralized revolution. So join for the Mark Moss Show on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. Real Radio wants to give you a vacation from inflation by putting $1,000 in your hand. We're talking about $1,000 9 times a day. Listen for the keyword to win $1,000 weekdays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Then take that keyword and enter it on our website, realradio921.com. At the end of each hour, the winner will be contacted by phone, so answer the call, even if you don't recognize the phone number. That's how you get $1,000 in your hand and a little inflation vacation. This contest is staff that will take great care of you. 7 convenient locations. Visit glasschamberfl.com for more. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse on a Wednesday. Hope you guys are having a good day and enjoying yourself. It's going to be another hot day. They said it's supposed to be hot for the next 16 days. So,
awesome.
Get ready, people. Jimmy in the house.
Hello and good morning.
Francis is here.
Hey, and whatever you do, don't put a popsicle in your hoo-ha, all right? Doctors are warning against that.
There goes my weekend.
Hey, I'm just saying. Yep.
All right, you got to tell me about this later.
Yeah. It's a thing.
Because
it's a thing, and doctors are like, don't do it.
I'm going to start knocking hobbies.
What?
Hobbits.
Are we Lord of the Rings? What's going on?
I think the whole thing just threw me off.
Wow.
Hobbies. Can we do a trifecta? Get me out of this?
Yeah, please do something.
Everybody has an opinion on the LIV golf tournament. Golf has never got this much press in years, except if it has anything to do with Tiger. But even former President Trump shouted out yesterday, told all the golfers, take the money, do it. You're making a mistake if you don't take the cash. So even former President Trump told the golfers, take the cash. We'll see how that gets a little reaction from a lot of people. I'm sure Tiger and everybody else will have something to say, and the PGA. Last night was the All-Star game out in L.A., out in Hollywood, and the Yankees made a little bit of a splash, and the American League won again. Talk about trends, 9 times in a row, and Jimmy's got the audio.
That ball is hammered to left center field. Goodbye. 2-run shot. Tie game. Right up to where he used to sit as a kid coming to games here at Dodger Stadium.
I'd always sit in left field, come and try to scalp tickets, whatever we could afford, and sit out there in left field, and to be playing left field and hit one out there is incredible for me.
That's very cool. Stanton, again, that must be a really unbelievable feeling when you go to a stadium as a kid, try to buy the tickets, and then you're playing left field, and then you win the MVP. Third Yankee all time, I believe, to ever win an MVP. Jeter also did win one. And Andrew Wiggins played for the Golden State Warriors, had a great year, really broke out, all-star team, won the championship with the Warriors. Everything's great, but he had to get vaccinated, and he didn't want to. And after it's all said and done, and he had a breakout season, he still says he regrets getting vaccinated. A little bit of surprise, but he had feelings about it. He didn't want to do it, but he didn't want to miss a ton of games for the Warriors. It did work out for him as far as professionally, all-star, and NBA champion, but he said, nah. He goes, I still wish I didn't get vaccinated. And that is your trifecta. Now we're going to flip into this day in history.
On this day in history.
Well, today's time warp goes 141 wonderful years ago today in 1881. Well, you've heard this story a bunch of times on this show, and we're going to tell you again. Sitting Bull surrendered to federal troops. He had been a fugitive since he whooped General Custer's ass and his troops in the Battle of Little Bighorn several weeks earlier. By the way, how did we get his name, Greek?
Why would they call him Sitting Bull? Yeah. He sat down. That's why. Yeah!
Which also happens to be the bonus track on Greek's Angry album. Order yours today. 78 years ago today in 1940. Hold on. 78 years ago today in 1944, President Franklin Roosevelt was nominated for an unprecedented 4th term as the Democratic National Convention in Chicago. He won the election, but sadly passed away 11 weeks into his 4th term, April of 1945. 57 years ago today in 1965, Bob Dylan's Like a Rolling Stone was released and became his first major hit. That was his first one, huh? 54 years ago today, in 1968, Paul McCartney found out that his engagement to Jane Asher was off when she announced it on a BBC TV show called D Time. McCartney was watching at a friend's house and was taken by, so you can imagine, you're sitting home, you're watching TV.
And it's
look, that's my fiance. Oh,
no,
we're broken up.
We're taking a break, Paul. Can't buy me love. Can't buy me love.
53 years ago today, in 1969, this is it, kids. Neil Armstrong and Edwin Buzz Aldrin became the first men to walk on the moon at 10:56 p.m. Eastern. When Armstrong walked down the ladder, his pulse registered at 160 beats a minute. It's an amazing. In 1969, we had the technology to be able to, tell that from Earth. It was a 3-man mission, by the way. The other guy, always forgotten about. What was his name? Anybody remember?
Oh man.
It's Buzz.
Buzz Aldrin.
Nope.
Nope.
I went with that.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart.
Ding, ding, ding.
Kevin Hart. Somebody said something, they were like, put this together. So Neil Armstrong, Neil A, you spell that backwards. Alien.
Nice.
I know.
Yeah, of course, Aldrin and Armstrong, but the third was Michael Collins.
Yeah, I wouldn't have
By
gotten
the
that.
way, he had stayed in orbit on Apollo 11. NASA stopped their lunar missions after Apollo 17, which Collins probably would have commanded if he hadn't retired. Man, poor guy. He's like Greek. He's getting screwed all the way around. 49 years ago today, 1973, martial arts legend Bruce Lee passed away unexpectedly at the ripe young age of 32, just a few weeks before the release of Enter the Dragon. I keep forgetting how young he was.
So
when
young.
He passed
32.
away.
It's amazing. And his son, too.
46 years ago today, in 1976, the Viking 1 lander, an unmanned U.S. planetary probe, I know I had you a probe, successfully landed on the surface of Mars. That's going to lead me to another story later. 38 years ago, we'll talk about the moon landing too a little bit. I got some info on that. 38 years ago today, 1984, Vanessa Williams was asked to resign as Miss America after naughty lesbian pictures of her were published in Penthouse. She relinquished that title 3 days later. Boy, haven't we come a long way since then, huh?
Yes.
38 years ago, nowadays she'd be celebrated for it. 38 years, and that's not a joke, it's a good thing. 38 years ago today, 1984, The Neverending Story hit theaters. I love that flying dog.
What was his name?
I don't remember.
Was it Falcor?
I think.
Was it Falcor? Was it Falcor?
Boy, did you pull that one.
Was it?
Out your rear end. 28 years. No, that's great. I believe you're right on that. Or very close to that, if that's not it. 28 years ago today, 1994, O.J. Simpson put up $500,000 reward for the capture of his wife's killer.
OJ is so kind. He's unbelievable. That's love.
Finally, 4 years ago today, in 2018, James Gunn was fired as director of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 over some old tweets. Shocker there, huh? He has since been rehired, and the movie's on track for May 2023 release. I didn't know that another Guardians of the Galaxy was coming out, and that's what happened on this day, July 20th, in our history.
Thank you, Jimmy. Always appreciate that. There was a famous wedding over the weekend. J-Lo and Ben got married, and a lot of people had reactions. A lot of people had thoughts. People were making, odds on whether that's going to last, but Franny's got a story that is pretty unique.
Yeah, so Texas football is they're claiming they're destined for success this year, and the reason being is Jennifer Lopez and her getting married. So it's one of those things that's coincidence. And so the 2022 season, it's almost here. It's almost here. I'm so excited. But they're saying that they have that Texas is returning with some of the best wide receivers, the best running back in the Big 12. And they also have a couple offensive stars. So they're like, you know what? With all this, with this talent, we should have a good season, but they're adding something else to it. They say with all of that being said, none of it matters based, and they're talking about the talent, but it's all based on the history of Jennifer Lopez. They say that because of her wedding in Las Vegas, it looks like this is her fourth marriage. Each of the last two, which both took place after the turn of the millennium, have led to the success of the Longhorn. So they say every time Jennifer Lopez has gotten married this millennium, Texas has had an 11-win season the same year.
that's pretty
So
good.
somebody was just like, you know what? She got married, and every time she got married, I don't know who comes up with this stuff, but obviously somebody does. So when she married,
odd. I mean, really,
Yeah.
there must be some sort of algorithm that just finds these things and puts them together.
So when she married Chris Judd in 2011, Texas went 11-2 with a Holiday Bowl win over Washington, and then they finished at number 5 that year. Then when she married Mark Anthony in 2004, Texas went 11-1 with a win at the Rose Bowl over Michigan. And they ranked number 4 for the year. So they're saying, all right, well, what's going to happen next? So I guess we'll see. And it's one of those things, like if they have a killer year,
Oh my God.
do they bring Jennifer Lopez in like as their mascot? Like, what do you do?
And they're supposed to have a good team this year too.
Yeah,
right? I mean,
that's what they're saying. They're supposed to have a great team this year.
Well, if they have a good year, they'll hopefully she gets divorced from Ben and gets remarried. So then it'll be another good year because it's every time she gets married. That's what they're saying.
Oh, got it.
Right?
Yeah,
That's what they're saying.
So they're going to want to will her to get divorced. They're
Yeah.
gonna put it out there in the universe.
Oh, but then we'll lose the under bet.
Yeah,
the under
bet.
over bet of 5
Yeah.
years. Yeah, we don't want that.
And Francis is so right. I don't know who comes up with this stuff. There was some stuff on social media about her last night in the Dallas Cowboys. She has 6 rings since like 1992 or whatever it was, 1995. Dallas has none. It's just like the stuff people come up
It's such odd, obscure facts that somehow get put together. And it's like, where does it? Who has the time? Who has got time?
There's
to
a
go
lot of
find
people who have
this stuff?
time.
But I bet there's just algorithms of some sort that find odd things that match.
But the funny thing is, in December, we'll look back at this, and if Texas goes 11-1 or something like that, you'll be like, remember when that happened with J-Lo?
Well, but see, at that point, I won't be surprised because I'm expecting them to have a good year. So that's the only thing about this that makes it sort of like, all right, well, it should turn out this way, right?
Yeah, they should have
Sort
a good
of.
season.
I mean, I don't know if they'll win a national championship, but I don't know if they've gotten that much better.
Yeah, they got a good team. Like Francis said, they got a lot of big stars coming back, but you never know. But it is funny with J-Lo getting married. And then again, you could put into the equation that she's got married a couple times, so there's a little bit of history to this. So it does add to that. They were talking about Ben's net worth and hers. Supposedly Ben's worth $150 million and she's worth $400 million. So they just bought a house, I guess, in Beverly Hills for $85 million.
Think they split it?
Yeah, you think they went 50-50 on it?
Yeah.
Or do you think he put up the tab for that one?
No, I don't think he put it.
No?
No. I think they split it. I would think they split it.
Okay.
Especially like I'm going to go by what Jimmy said yesterday, where she thought he might be getting cold feet. Maybe she was pushing a little. I don't know. Who the hell knows? I don't know. He's got 3 other kids, so he's got some bills he's got to pay. He's got.
Yeah, he's a little strapped for cash.
Yeah.
He's got
only $150 million.
I mean, his ex-wife. I don't think he gives her alimony or anything, but he's got 3 kids. I don't know. I think they split it. I do. But I know I could be.
I feel like he's one who would want to take care of her.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
But I think she's also the one like, hey, you know what? I got the coin. Let's do this. I got my 2 kids. I don't know. She's either.
Do you think they have a kid together? Because she's talked about it, about wanting to like possibly have, and she's going to be 53 years young, right? Coming up very soon.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't mean.
Would you take a bet on that?
I would say no.
Yeah.
Because he's got 3 and she's got 2. But you never know. I mean, crazier things have happened.
Did you say that she was showing interest in that?
Yeah, there was reports that she was showing interest in having a child with him.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, why not?
Or they could just have Matt Damon over like 3 days a week.
Mick Jagger's like 150 and he just had a kid.
Yeah, but it's different. The guy's seed is different than the woman carrying it. It's completely different. Yeah.
This is true.
I think Mick Jagger's also girlfriend was like 23.
Yeah, you guys can keep on pumping it out. It's a little bit more difficult the older women get.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
She's like exactly put it into those words, or then again, maybe I would.
Yes.
Knowing me.
I think Jagger's with a ballerina or something like that. She's like 24, 25 years old. I don't know. I would say no. I would bet more no than yes that they would have a child. But I mean, again, anything's possible with her. I think that she's, she's definitely out there. I mean, nobody saw this coming where they were going to get married. I mean, get together and get married. I thought she was going to go back with A-Rod. Every time I see A-Rod now, I think of her. I just do. I see him, and I was watching last night in the All-Star game.
Because he got screwed.
I don't know if he got screwed. If he cheated, he's wrong.
She cheated too.
Yeah. I guess they both did.
Yeah.
But do we know that for a fact? Do we know that for a fact? We don't.
No, just speculation.
Well, we don't know that he did either.
Yeah, we don't know either one.
They're both
But there is
speculation.
exactly.
But the timing of the way people started dating
shows
that they both did.
Yeah,
I mean, I think that's what it went by, right?
I feel like in my head, the story I've created is that she found out he was cheating, and then she reached out to Ben just to kind of talk, maybe get a little bit of attention from him or whatever it was, because she knew that her exit was happening.
Yeah, and she also knew,
and she doesn't seem like one who likes to be alone.
No, and she also knew that he was single, so he wasn't seeing him. But I don't know if she would have reached out to him if he was married to Jennifer Gordon, but maybe she would have. I don't know. Who the hell knows? They said they really didn't talk much during the years, here and there, but anything's possible. If you're still talking to somebody, it's a little easier to pick up the phone and say, hey, what's happening? And, then they start going again. I never thought it was going to happen. I didn't think they'd get married. I thought they might date. But Matt Damon said, you know what? That was like his true love for years and years ago. So, I mean, Jennifer Carter, if you hear that, I guess it's got to suck for her. I wouldn't want to hear that. 877-927-6969.
Yeah, they're broken up now. Do you care?
Well, I don't know. If you're married to him and you had 3 kids.
But in a situation like that, they've been divorced for some time now, and then you find out that one of his friends says that the person that he's with now was the love of his life. Does it really?
I think it still stings.
Yeah. Does it sting?
Yeah, if you were married to that person and you in your minds thought that that's who you were,
it would bother me.
And that's what I think. I mean, it's not. I'm not going to dwell on it, but I think when you hear that,
you feel bad.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. I think it stings a bit.
Fair enough.
I do, and then I would also be like, then why'd you marry me? If you were still in love with her, you should have just stayed with Jenny around the block. Eventually, she came around the block and she married him again. 877-927-6969.
Want to take a phone call?
Sure, Jimmy.
All the way from the North Pole, Santa Claus is checking in with us.
Wow.
Hey, Santa, ho, ho, ho.
Christmas in July.
Mm-hmm. You going to be at Monroe's?
Ho, 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 everyone. Trying to cheer everyone up. I know it's hot, 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 but just remember, it's only 158 days until Christmas. The time to get your girl a gift. Start looking now and rekindle that relationship with a nice gift. Christmas, only 158 days. Yay!
Thank you, Santa.
Thanks, Santa. Appreciate you letting us know about that.
Yes, 158 days.
That's not bad.
No, got plenty of time to prepare.
Yeah, plenty of time.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, next week, Christmas trees will be out at Walmart.
Oh, really? Wow,
Yeah,
start early.
Early? They're late.
They're late, that's right. It's usually right after high school graduation.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, my God. It is Christmas in July at Monroe's this Saturday night, too.
Mm-hmm, that's right. Maybe Santa will be there.
Never know. You don't have to wait to the end of the year to get a girl on your lap and be naughty. It could happen this Saturday night. There's going to be prizes and giveaways all night long at Monroe's in Palm Beach, open till 5 a.m. Beautiful ladies, 5-star menu, and it's Christmas in July this Saturday. It is the Penthouse. We got a lot going on today. WWGD. Also, your chance to win Incubus tickets at 11:45.
And don't go too far, because on the other side of this short break is going to be another keyword and another shot at $1,000. That's right. Greek said it earlier. We're giving you 9 chances a day to win $1,000, and you're going to get another keyword for the 11 a.m. hour. Go to realradio921.com. Little window is going to pop up right for you, and just enter the keyword right there, and you'll be in the running for $1,000.
And today I got another bagel and tuna fish, and we're going to do a little review for you guys. I think this one, it was a lot less than the other place, but I'm going to do a review. And made sure I got the same stuff on the side and everything, and we're going to do a little review for you, and that'll be up on Instagram for you, Real Radio. Franny, we got some Florida stories coming at us?
Yeah, and also speaking of our Instagram, you can go on there. So last time I posted something, there was a snake, and my husband took a picture of it, and I thought it was a python, and the thing ended up being very small, and it was nothing to be scared of. But you out there helped me. I posted another thing on Instagram. It is the most interesting-looking lizard I have ever seen.
Oh, boy.
So I posted reels on there. That's Real Radio 921. It's also on our Facebook. And you guys are great out there, and I have a feeling you can tell me what it is, because I've never seen anything like it. So make sure you go on there and you make a comment on there. But yes, coming up in your What the Florida, we have another officer who has been busted drinking and driving. And then I think we have at least a runner-up for Mother of the Year coming up in your What the Florida on Real Radio 92.1.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Your shot at $1,000 is coming up in just a few minutes. It's the Inflation Vacation on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7, presented by the Glass Chamber.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center, have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
Sure is a hot one on this Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Zach Covey with CBS 12 News. Dry air and African dust creating those hazy, sunny skies we're dealing with. Very limited chance of rain, less than a 10% shot across the area. High temperatures anywhere from 90 to 95, feeling more like 99 to 103.
This report is sponsored by the Mark Moss Show podcast.
The European Union has new crypto regulations that will cause more harm than good. I'm Mark Moss, each week discussing the decentralized revolution. So join for the Mark Moss Show on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Here's to the great American settlers, the millions of you who settled for unsatisfying jobs because they pay the bills. Of course, there is something else you could do if you got something to say. Start a podcast with Spreaker from iHeart and unleash your creative freedom. Maybe even earn enough money to one day tell your old boss, "Hey, I'm no settler. I'm an explorer." Spreaker.com. Spreaker. Hustle on over today.
Sometimes the injury happens in a second, but sometimes it's as a result of the same motion over and over for many years. Let our team of lawyers take a look at your workers' compensation case.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
There aren't many, but there are certain resources in our community that are so good, so reliable. We just always known they've been there and that we can count on them. And it can be easy to take them for granted as a result, but we shouldn't. The Salvation Army of Palm Beach County is celebrating its centennial. Incredible, right? 100 years of doing the most good right here in the Palm Beaches, often in ways that we don't even fully appreciate. Like, for example, their pediatric program, their men's and women's programs, anti-human trafficking, veterans initiatives, emergency food assistance, emergency housing. And I'm just starting to scratch the surface of what they do 365 days out of the year. We can help the Salvation Army of Palm Beach County celebrate another 100-year anniversary. So many ways to help. Shop at a Salvation Army store or donate goods. You may go to salvationarmypalmbeachcounty.org. Make your donation. Thank you. May God bless you.
Some breaking news. Famed political strategist Dick Morris says Donald Trump is running for president. Few people know President Trump better than Dick Morris. For years, Morris has served as his top advisor. Now, in his new bestseller, The Return, Dick reveals Trump's long-expected plan for 2024, his real reason for running, and his coming surprise announcement. Dick says Trump still might face 3 threats, but Biden can never be reelected. Newsmax calls The Return the only political book you need to read. It's already an Amazon #1 bestseller. If you want to see Trump's plan, Dick Morris shares it. Big media, big tech, and the deep state all want to stop Trump. But The Return shows they'll fail, and Trump will triumph. Get Dick Morris's The Return in bookstores everywhere, or see the free offer from Newsmax. Go to thereturn911.com. That's thereturn911.com.
Unfortunately, time does not stop for any of us, but when you visit Begin a New Med, Jupiter's premier luxury med spa, you will sure feel like you did reverse those hands of time. Hey, this is Franny. As you age, you may notice a lack of libido, weight gain, hair loss, and for most, some exhaustion. But what if I told you that Begin a New Med Spa could help fix all of that? They have an excellent sexual health program with a wide range of solutions to improve your sexual health and make you and your partner happy again. If you're dealing with hair loss, their platelet-rich plasma therapy helps stimulate hair growth, no need to undergo surgery, and hair transplants. And if you're dealing with fatigue, low libido, weight gain, or difficulty sleeping, then the testosterone replacement therapy may be right for you. All you have to do is set up a consultation at Begin a New Med Spa, and their incredible professional staff will get you down the right path to feeling and looking your best. They also specialize in Botox for men and laser hair removal and tattoo removal. Check out all they have to offer at beginanewmed.com. That's beginanewmed.com.
Almost 3 million people use Navage to breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier. I'm Martin Hoke, and I invented Navage, the world's only nose cleaner that helps flush out airborne germs with powered suction. But what do doctors have to say about Navage? Here's Dr. Tonya Farmer, a board-certified ear, nose, and throat specialist.
Most airborne allergens and viruses enter through your nose. When that happens, it can cause congestion and irritation, and that just makes you feel miserable. You can get a cold, you can get flu, sinus infections, or even worse. Flushing your nose with a saline solution is the most effective way to flush all of those dangerous threats out of your nose. So now when patients come in my office, I tell them I highly recommend that you use Navage on a daily basis for overall good health and wellness.
And Navage is all natural and drug-free at Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, and Target. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon you wish would never end.
The homemade taste of Bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
Some things sound so good you can almost taste it. Like Bluebell Strawberry Lemonade Ice Cream. Delicious strawberry ice cream swirled with lemonade sherbet and sprinkled with lemon-flavored flakes. It's better than you can imagine.
The good old days are being made right now.
The good old days are being made right now.
Look for Bluebell ice cream at all Winn-Dixie supermarkets.
If you've been involved in a car accident, call me, Glenn Levine, at the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733, and take back control of your life.
Office in West Palm Beach.
There's a reason Comcast Business powers more businesses than any other provider. Actually, there's a few. Comcast Business offers the fastest, reliable network, the peace of mind that comes with Security Edge, helping to protect all your connected devices, and the most reliable 5G mobile network. Want me to keep going? I can. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Technology solutions that put you ahead and give you serious savings. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with internet for $30 a month with no annual contract required. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Call or go online today to learn more. Offer ends 8/28/2022. Restrictions apply. Enrollment in EcoBill and autopay required. New Comcast Business 50 megabits per second internet customers only. Equipment, installation, taxes, and other fees extra and subject to change. Comcast Business Mobile utilizes the network with the most RootMetrics 5G data reliability wins in 2H 2021. Results may vary. Award is not an endorsement.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
This report is streamed live on our iHeartRadio app. Download it now.
Crash in Boynton, southbound 95. It's on the exit ramp to Boynton Beach Boulevard. FHP reports it is on the shoulder of that exit ramp, but as you know, you can't expect a possible slowdown there as you're getting off the highway. Looking at Blue Heron Boulevard, continuing to be a busy spot. Westbound Blue Heron, slow from Congress Avenue. I'm Joel Malkin.
This report is sponsored by the Mark Moss Show podcast.
All these moves by the Federal Reserve have caused the great unwind, and I want to make sure you don't get caught in the crosshairs. I'm Mark Moss, each week discussing the decentralized revolution. So join the Mark Moss Show on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is WCZR FM, West Palm Beach, Real Radio 92.1, powered by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Been in an accident? Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Real 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in The Penthouse on a Wednesday. I hope you guys are having a good day and enjoying yourself. I am the Greek. Good morning, Jimmy.
Hello, and good morning.
Good morning, Francis.
Hello, good morning.
And this is the time of the day we get some Florida stories, and hopefully, if they're bad, you're not in them.
Florida.
Did you say Florida? I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
Well, a water park I hope to go to one day is Volcano Bay, and that's owned by Universal Properties up in Orlando. And there was a gentleman who decided that, you know what? I'm just going to break in and pour myself a drink in there, and that's exactly what happened. So, according to police, the man was seen on surveillance video walking into, I guess it's called Krakatoa Katie's, which I'm assuming is the bar there.
Okay.
After it already closed. Well, he decides to walk behind the counter and he pours himself a cocktail. They say that officer said that the man tried to exit, but the doors were locked. He locked himself in.
Oh, my God. Only a guy who's stealing everything. Imagine if he called, hey, I'm locked in.
Oh, boy.
You guys going to help me or what?
Well, in their surveillance, he's doing that run and shove with his shoulder, trying to open the doors.
Yeah.
And he did it a few times and eventually caused the locks on the doors to break. Police said they did catch the man when he asked Universal Orlando security to help him locate a lost item. And they were like, all right. The security was like, this kind of looks like the guy we're looking for. Well, they did. By the way, the damage to the doors cost almost $2,000.
Jeez.
And the stolen drink, how much did he pour himself? Amounted to about $50.
Must
One
have
drink.
Must have a double.
Not if you're doing it right.
Yeah.
Why didn't he go
And I guess
in?
that's theme park prices too.
This is true.
Maybe I'm not following it. Why didn't he leave the same way he got in?
I guess when he went in the doors,
Oh,
they
he
locked
it?
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't realize it.
Yeah. They locked in on him. So,
Man,
yeah.
he just said, what are you guys doing locking the doors?
Right? How am I supposed to get out of here?
What am I doing?
He'll sue them.
Probably. And then we have a Florida officer who was having a great time on vacation last year, but now it's biting him in the ass. This guy works for the Hialeah Police Department.
Of course he did.
Of course he did. I knew it was coming.
And there's video that surfaced of him. And this is dope. I don't know if he's filming it or whatever, but it shows him drinking and driving. So the video was obtained by 7 News, and it shows Jorge Garcia behind the wheel of a vehicle holding a bottle of Jack Daniel's Fire, and he's chugging it. And he's, like I said, driving. The Hialeah Police Department's Professional Compliance Bureau said that an investigation into Garcia's alleged actions has been initiated. They say Garcia, along with several others, were actually captured on camera in a moving vehicle, singing along and drinking from the bottle. So they were having a really good time on vacation.
Enjoying themselves.
Yes. So, as I mentioned, the video was from last year, but they're like, you know what? You can't be doing that. That's illegal. Doesn't matter if you're wearing a uniform or not. So the video was discovered on social media. Dopies put it on social media. And somebody contacted the Hialeah Police Department. Somebody that must not like you, Jorge. So they say that they're going to see what's going on. They're unclear how long the investigation will last or if this guy will get in trouble, but we will see. And then we have, as I mentioned, Mother of the Year. This is something that you shouldn't do when you decide to go to a casino. So this happened at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, where a mother has been arrested on child abuse charges for leaving her kid in a car while gambling.
I just don't understand these people.
This 33-year-old, I guess, appeared in a Broward County court after allegedly leaving her 3 children in the car overnight while playing poker.
Overnight?
Well, that's what they say, probably a few hours. But yeah, they say that police were dispatched to the Lucky Street parking garage around 3:30 in the morning for a report that there was 3 children sleeping in a car. They say the car was not running, and she was arrested after returning to her car after, they say, just 4 a.m. So that's when police were already on the scene. They said that she was playing poker at the casino for 3.5 hours while her children's ages 4, 10, and 12 were left alone in the garage. She's now facing 3 counts of child neglect. And the judge also issued a no contact order while her children are in the care of the Florida Department of Children and Families. So yeah, what are you thinking?
That is so bad in so many ways.
Yeah.
Is that worse, do you think, than leaving them home alone in the house?
It's bad. And the car wasn't running.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's not hot out.
There's a lot. Yeah, I mean, it is.
They're both bad.
They're both bad.
There is no
they're
one's
both
better
bad.
than the other, I
Yeah.
think,
No.
in a case like that.
Yeah.
How can it be? You're leaving your children unsupervised.
Oh, no.
There is no...
They're both terrible. I'm just saying, in your mind, what would be worse? To leave them home alone, 3 kids, or to leave them in the car?
Yeah, they're both terrible. She sucks either way.
Oh, yeah.
And then we have a Florida man who allegedly built a bunch of explosive devices for the intent to blow up himself and his street. and he was arrested. It looks like this happened in Lake County. They said a woman who'd been staying at the home of this guy, Marcus Frick, contacted law enforcement Friday saying that he'd been making bombs and booby traps, by the way, in his Eustis home. So, and he was telling her why. He told her intentions of why he was doing it. I'm going to blow myself up and the whole street. So, of course, she calls the cops. She was like, I'm not going to be part of this. I'm not going to let this happen. They said that he built several devices and was awaiting a shipment of chemicals to finish building his bombs. Well, of course, detectives heard about it. They executed a search warrant from his home. And they said that they actually even sent a robot into the home to prevent deputies from getting hurt with any of these booby traps he had set up. So they did find multiple destructive devices, a fuel bomb, several guns, and ammunition. So thank goodness somebody spoke up about this. They say the bomb squad spent an entire day going through the home, and they disarmed 4 live bombs, found 3 other nearly complete, and also found more explosive material, including 50 pounds of ammonium nitrate as well, too. So definitely prevented a big disaster from happening. And that is your What the Florida.
Thank you, Francis. We do it twice a show, What the Florida. Stories about South Florida that you guys give us. It is the Penthouse. We're going to come back, and some stars make a ton of cash in reruns, and I'm going to tell you about one who's just walking to the bank. It is the Penthouse. Peace.
Got something to say? Text us at 47142. Start your message with Real Radio. Standard data and message rates apply, and don't text while driving.
Make this the year you go to our iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Friday, September 23rd and Saturday the 24th. Buy your tickets now at AXS.com.
Stream it free on the CW app and CWTV.com.
Having the time of your life is more rewarding than ever when you visit any of the MGM resorts nationwide. With MGM Rewards, dine, stay, play, and earn on all of it. Get details at MGMRewards.com. Subject to earning and redemption limitations applicable to certain purchases and in certain states.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
Sure is a hot one on this Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Zach Covey with CBS 12 News. Dry air and African dust creating those hazy, sunny skies we're dealing with. Very limited chance of rain, less than a 10% shot across the area. High temperatures anywhere from 90 to 95, feeling more like 99 to 103.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's Hot and Crispy Fries. Wendy's knows everyone hates cold and soggy fries, so they changed theirs to serve them up hot and crispy all day, every day, using only natural cut skin-on fries, prepared to golden goodness and perfectly sprinkled with sea salt. Try Wendy's Hot and Crispy Fries today at participating U.S. Wendy's.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep the facility running, no matter the weather or supply chain hiccup. But we get you, Raymond in Buffalo, and Maria in Miami, Jules in Minneapolis, and Stan in Central Indiana, taking control of everything that's under your control. At Grainger, we're here for you with experienced branch staff at over 250 locations so you get the product you're looking for. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Welcome to the Everyday Hotel. You'll be on the 2nd floor, and your other room will be on the 14th.
Wait, we asked for connecting rooms? These are 12 floors apart.
We tried, ma'am, but technically they're only 11 floors apart. We don't have a 13th floor.
We can't be 11 floors away from our kids.
I don't see a problem.
Stuart!
When you want separate rooms, but not that separate, it matters where you stay. Only Hilton offers confirmed connecting rooms at the time of booking. Hilton, for the stay.
This is a court-ordered notice. If you were subject to the data breaches of the United States Office of Personnel Management and you experienced an out-of-pocket loss after the breaches, you could be eligible for a payment from a class action settlement. To see if you're eligible, go to opmdatabreach.com or call 1-855-917-3567. That's opmdatabreach.com or call 1-855-917-3567.
Sire? I just graduated first in my class at stonemasonry school.
I know, that's why we hired you.
Yeah, cool. But I was wondering why all I've been doing is sweeping the floors and providing slop for the hogs.
Well, how else do you think you learned to stonemason?
By stonemasoning, maybe?
How does that make any sense?
Throughout history, people have always been undervalued at work. That's why Monster lets you search salary by major. Find your job at monster.com or download the app.
drgsurgentcare.com. Let our family take care of your family.
I've been asked, did you plan on becoming the largest injury law firm in the world? And the answer is no. We set out to be focused on our clients and to have a commitment to trying cases and winning. And when you have those results at trial, you're able to settle most of your cases quickly and fairly. Hard work and client satisfaction was our plan. It worked. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
The Pod Meets World podcast takes you back in time to 1993 for the ultimate Boy Meets World rewatch. Join original cast members Danielle Fishel, Will Friedle, and Ryder Strong as they relive every episode, sharing memories, behind-the-scenes info, and more.
None of us have seen an episode since it aired back in the 90s, so we'll be witnessing our middle part haircuts, hooded t-shirts, and teenage overacting for basically the first time right along with you.
Listen to Pod Meets World on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
From the Racetrack Traffic Center.
Crash in Boynton, southbound 95. It's on the exit ramp to Boynton Beach Boulevard. FHP reports it is on the shoulder of that exit ramp, but as you know, you can expect a possible slowdown there as you're getting off the highway. Looking at Blue Heron Boulevard, continuing to be a busy spot. Westbound Blue Heron, slow from Congress Avenue. I'm Joel Malkin.
This report is sponsored by the Mark Moss Show podcast.
All these moves by the Federal Reserve have caused the great unwind, and I want to make sure you don't get caught in the crosshairs. I'm Mark Moss, each week discussing the decentralized revolution. So join the Mark Moss Show on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
What can you hear on the free iHeartRadio app? Well, let's do it. Everything. Tap radio to listen to live radio stations from across the country and around the world. Need a playlist to fit your mood or set the mood? We got them, from working out to chilling out and everything in between. And nobody has more podcasts than the free iHeartRadio app. Uncover unbelievable true crime stories or laugh out loud comedy podcasts from the biggest names in the business. Download the free iHeartRadio app now and discover music, radio, and podcasts you'll love.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in The Penthouse on a Wednesday. Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for listening. At this hour at 11:45, your chance to win Incubus tickets. Make sure you guys make it happen. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good morning.
And Francis is here.
Hey, what's up?
And you guys can get involved with us many different ways. You could call us at 877-927-6969. You could text us at Real Radio 47142. You could also email Jimmy at realradio921.com, or you can leave a message on our talk back. And you guys have been doing great with that. There's so many ways to get involved. We always want you guys to get involved and who add to the program because we appreciate you guys. You're the best audience in the world.
Yeah, so we do our giveaways around 11:45, and I know that every now and then, and maybe this week as well, too, that we've given away tickets to Rapids Water Park. Mm-hmm. And it's always a great hookup. We always do a 4-pack of tickets, and it's just a really good time. Well, I was just recently there representing the radio station and, of course, iHeart, and had the best time ever. So I remember I was not raised here, but my husband was. And we were walking around and he was looking at these particular water slides. And he was like, man, these have been here from the get-go. These are like one of the original water slides. And he was also talking about, I guess, back in the day where there's certain water slides that we were at. They used to have like a putt-putt area. Oh, wow. And just how much Rapids has evolved over the years. But this one has just been a staple. And it's called the Old Yeller Ride.
Oh, right. All right.
Yeah, so it made its debut when the water park first opened Memorial Day weekend of 1979.
Does it make you howl like a dog?
That is such a sad movie. I had to watch it for school, and I'm like, why did you just destroy me? I'm like 10. And I'm like, this is terrible.
I'm sad now.
Oh, my God. It's such a terrible movie. But it's a good movie, just sad. So anyway, it's called Old Yeller. It's been around since 1979. It's one of the, it's the OG, and I think it might be maybe one of the only like original rides? There might be something else.
That's a long time ago. I didn't realize Rapid was open 40 years.
So so they have these. It has 4 water slides coming down this man-made hill, and you'll know what it is. You see it, and you're like, "Yep, that's been there forever." Well, I guess it's gonna be no longer. They say they're taking it away. Old Yeller. They're taking her back and shooting her. Oh boy!
Do that to horses.
They did that to Old Yeller. Don't you remember?
Well, yeah.
Spoiler alert! If you haven't seen Old Yeller.
Oh well, there goes. There goes my weekend. All kinds of plans going out the window.
I think Old Yeller got like rabies or something, and that's what happened. I don't know, but it's sad. But anyway, so that's what they're doing. They're retiring this, and they're making room for a new ride that's supposed to be coming summer of 2023. Yes,
I'm sure it's going to be awesome.
Think it'll be awesome, like the brave dream.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be great. So they're saying the last day if you want to. And there's so many incredible rides. And Old Yeller is one of those things where like, yeah, that was definitely built in 79. Yeah. It's definitely one of those where like, I don't know if I miss it. It's just nostalgic. But they're saying the last day, if that is one of your favorites and you just want to hold on to it, is going to be August 14th. And then no more Old Yeller.
Now, Rapids, is it open all year round or no?
No.
No?
They take a break during the winter.
I'm surprised that they're closing it down in the middle of summer.
Yeah.
You would think that would be a wintertime project, right?
Yeah, that's what I would think.
They maybe just need that time in order to open for the 2023 season, maybe? I don't know.
Takes how long to build it? Yeah.
To get rid of it and build something new.
Sure.
And who knows? They haven't announced what they're building yet, but
oh boy,
as you mentioned,
boy.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be pretty awesome.
If it's a Rapids, it's going to be. Yeah. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
40 years is a long time to be there in that location. 40-something years? Wow. I didn't realize it was there that long. Yeah, like everything else, things get old. They got to replace it with new stuff, and they want to give it a new, fresh can of paint on the whole place and make it look, I guess, high tech. But I think it's great. I've never been there, but everybody talks about it. They love it. So one time I'm going to get over there. It is the Penthouse on a Wednesday, and some people who make some serious bank that just don't have to work anymore are reruns. Ray Romano did Everybody Loves Raymond. I was reading an article about him last night. He makes $18 million a year for reruns. 18, and I said when I first started reading the article, I go, man, he hasn't done anything in a long time. He doesn't have to. I don't even think he's doing any stand-up every once in a while. But $18 million a year. I mean, Seinfeld and them friends, we know they make serious money from their reruns. But wow, that is a ton of cash when you just sit home and get that check. You're like, all right, this is nice. Some of the shows that you guys have liked, let us know, 877-927-6969. And wonder what some of the people on there are probably making. But I was just, the ones that come to mind are Seinfeld, obviously, and Friends. But if you guys have any, that 70s show, I think they make a lot of money too, those kids. They crush it too from the reruns.
Seinfeld's the one that makes the money, right? I mean, I don't know how much like Michael Richards makes from that. You know, the other characters.
Yeah, Larry David.
Well, Larry David, he's going to make money.
Yeah, him and Jerry got it all. And then I think years later they changed it and they gave the other 3 some money.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus, she makes some.
Yeah, I think she does now. And I think George and Kramer. For the original, though, I think it was just them. From what I remember reading and finding out.
Jason Alexander.
Yeah, those
I was trying to remember their names. Yeah, Jason and, of course, Michael Richards. I didn't know if they did or not. I mean, I think I remember reading years and years ago that they didn't, but you're saying that they've redone the contract so that the other 3 get a little taste of it, huh?
That's what I remember.
And rightfully so.
Yeah, that's what I remember reading after a while, that they got something, the other 3. And I know Friends does very well, too.
Not that any of them are hurting.
No.
Really?
No.
I mean, maybe Michael Richards and Jason Alexander may not have had the longevity as far as, but I don't know. I think they've done some other things as well.
They've been in movies, all of them, like you said.
I mean, clearly, Julia really, she killed it.
Oh, yeah. She's got a couple
of... and all the other ones.
Yeah, and she's still going,
Yeah.
And
what's the other one that she's on now?
She's on an
Isn't Veep still it? She's still doing
Veep's one, but there's another one that she's doing, I believe. Isn't there a Netflix or something that she's on?
Not that I know. I thought Veep was still going on.
She did a comedy series too on TV.
She did
regular television.
Something about Christine, or I don't.
Yeah. You're right. She was a single mom. Her brother lived with her.
Yeah.
Yep. And that had a nice little run too. But the one on HBO, she crushed. She won a bunch of Emmys.
Is Veep over?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
It might be, but she got a lot of Emmys for that. That I know. And I don't know. I know her family came from huge money too. But I can't remember what company. But yeah, they're set for life. And Friends got like the biggest deal around because there were 6 of them. I know that they did real well with reruns. But making $18 million a year, that's pretty good. Just sitting home and getting a check in the mail. I wouldn't mind that. And these are long deals, too. They're not like a year. These are like 10, 20 years deals that these guys get. And that's the contracts that they write and that the TV companies, say, okay, we're going to do it. Because they're making the money on it, too. Obviously, they're making a ton of cash. I don't think you ever see reruns for NFL games. I wonder if the players will ever put in with the union, Jimmy, and say, hey, you guys are showing our highlights. We should get paid some cash. That won't happen. But you never know. You never know. Because, again, all these networks for football, even last night I was watching the Georgia-Alabama game, championship game. That was on the College Football Network. Shows it constantly. Super Bowls constantly. But, yeah, the players don't get anything for that. But the networks are making the cash. And that's what it's all about. It is the Penthouse. We got tickets for 11:45 for Incubus. That's coming at you. So if you want to go to a great show on us, please pay attention. We're going to play a game, Who's Most Likely To. Francis will give you a scenario. You have to pick whether it's Jimmy, myself, or Francis, and you'll be on your way. That's at 11:45. We're going to come back with a trifecta. We got WWGD, and I'm going to have another ratings on bagel and tuna fish. Woo, we'll see how that goes in the Penthouse. Peace.
Be like the smart kids, like the summa cum laude of your workplace.
What?
Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
Sure is a hot one on this Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Zach Covey with CBS 12 News. Dry air and African dust creating those hazy, sunny skies we're dealing with. Very limited chance of rain, less than a 10% shot across the area. High temperatures anywhere from 90 to 95, feeling more like 99 to 103.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's Hot and Crispy Fries. Wendy's knows everyone hates cold and soggy fries, so they changed theirs to serve them up hot and crispy all day, every day, using only natural cut skin-on fries, prepared to golden goodness and perfectly sprinkled with sea salt. Try Wendy's Hot and Crispy Fries today at participating U.S. Wendy's.
Almost 3 million people use Navage to breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier. I'm Martin Hoke, and I invented Navage, the world's only nose cleaner that helps flush out airborne germs with powered suction. But what do doctors have to say about Navage? Here's Dr. Tonya Farmer, a board-certified ear, nose, and throat specialist.
Most airborne allergens and viruses enter through your nose. When that happens, it can cause congestion and irritation, and that just makes you feel miserable. You can get a cold, you can get flu, sinus infections, or even worse. Flushing your nose with a saline solution is the most effective way to flush all of those dangerous threats out of your nose. So now when patients come in my office, I tell them I highly recommend that you use Navage on a daily basis for overall good health and wellness.
And Navage is all natural and drug-free at Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, and Target. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep the facility running, no matter the weather or supply chain hiccup. But we get you, Raymond in Buffalo, and Maria in Miami, Jules in Minneapolis, and Stan in Central Indiana, taking control of everything that's under your control. At Grainger, we're here for you with experienced branch staff at over 250 locations so you get the product you're looking for. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Welcome to the Everyday Hotel. You'll be on the second floor and your other room will be on the 14th.
Wait, we asked for connecting rooms? These are 12 floors apart.
We tried, ma'am, but technically they're only 11 floors apart. We don't have a 13th floor.
We can't be 11 floors away from our kids.
I don't see a problem.
Stuart!
When you want separate rooms, but not that separate, it matters where you stay. Only Hilton offers confirmed connecting rooms at the time of booking. Hilton, for the stay.
Some breaking news. Famed political strategist Dick Morris says Donald Trump is running for president. Few people know President Trump better than Dick Morris. For years, Morris has served as his top advisor. Now, in his new bestseller, The Return, Dick reveals Trump's long-expected plan for 2024, his real reason for running, and his coming surprise announcement. Dick says Trump still might face 3 threats, but Biden can never be re-elected. Newsmax calls The Return the only political book you need to read. It's already an Amazon #1 bestseller. If you want to see Trump's plan, Dick Morris shares it. Big media, big tech, and the deep state all want to stop Trump. But The Return shows they'll fail, and Trump will triumph. Get Dick Morris's The Return in bookstores everywhere, or see the free offer from Newsmax. Go to thereturn911.com. That's thereturn911.com.
Take the stress out of your job search. Visit expresspros.com for jobs from a variety of industries. With more than 850 locally owned offices, the Express team is ready to help you find your next job. Go to expresspros.com.
Republicans need strong leaders in Congress to take on Joe Biden and stop his radical socialist Green New Deal agenda. And it's not Brian Mast. Mast backed Biden on critical race theory in the military, and Mast backed Biden on taxpayer-paid sex change operations. Brian Mast backs red flag gun confiscation and banning your AR-15. Jeff Bongiorno for Congress. Jeff Bongiorno. Jeff Bongiorno says it's time to stop Biden now. Listen to Jeff Bongiorno.
I'm Jeff Bongiorno, Republican for Congress. Brian Mast is too moderate, too weak, and too woke to defend our values. Brian Mast won't fight for what we believe. I will. I'm Jeff Bongiorno. I approve this message and ask for your vote against Brian Mast. Let's take our country back.
Bongiorno. Jeff Bongiorno. Jeff Bongiorno for Congress. It's time to take a stand. It's time to fight back. Paid for by Jeff Bongiorno for Congress. JeffBongiorno.com.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
This report is streamed live on our iHeartRadio app. Download it now.
Hey, if you're getting on 95 right now, nothing to slow you down, really, in Palm Beach County for the most part. Just one crash, a southbound exit ramp to Boynton Beach Boulevard, and that's not blocking any lanes. Turnpike looking good, too. I'm Joel Malkin.
This report is sponsored by the Our American Stories podcast.
You may know that the Star-Spangled Banner was written during the Battle of Baltimore, but be sure to listen to this week's edition of Our American Stories on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
You're listening to Real Radio 92.1, and we are an iHeartRadio station. Real Radio wants to give you a vacation from inflation by putting $1,000 in your hand. We're talking about $1,000 9 times a day. Listen for the keyword to win $1,000 weekdays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Then take that keyword and enter it on our website, realradio921.com. At the end of each hour, the winner will be contacted by phone, so answer the call, even if you don't recognize the phone number. That's how you get $1,000 in your hand and a little inflation vacation. This contest is brought to you
woman wants to sue some guy because he didn't want to go on another date with her. Well, I think this video going viral is the best thing that could happen for other guys that are on the dating scene, because now they'll know to look out for her. Nobody wants to date a crazy court case Karen.
What's up, Penthouse? Franny, good to hear your voice again. I missed you the last couple days. Hey, Walmart selling the Christmas trees early like that is pretty ingenious, actually, because they know that they'll die before Christmas and people like Greek will buy another one. So it's a twofer. Two furs. Any rate, keep up the good work, guys. Love yous.
Francis O'Brien Brown puts the bing in beach blanket bingo. Hot. Francis O'Brien Brown, do not fall with the banana in the tailpipe. Hot.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
You guys are always doing a great job on the talk back line. Very impressive. You have taken this and you run all the way to the bank with it. It is the Penthouse on a Wednesday. Don't forget, in about 9 minutes, your chance to win Incubus tickets. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good morning.
And Francis is here.
Yes, and thank you. You guys do a very good job of putting me in a good mood. I appreciate it.
It's time for
Antonio and Antonio Banderas.
Banderas, yes.
Is that who that is?
I don't know, but I love it.
It's time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Creepy Trifecta.
Is it?
You never know. The New York Giants have announced that they're going to wear some throwback jerseys from the 80s and 90s for the NFL season. So if you're a Giant fan, you'll get jacked up for that because those are they're going to wear the 2 uniforms where they won some Super Bowls. So the Giants did announce that. You're going to get a lot more football news as we get closer and closer, and people are very excited. You're hearing a lot of football talk now. The rookies are in camp, and next week on Monday, the 26th of July, the veterans will be there. Also, don't forget, on July 30th, the Miami Dolphins will open up training camp to the public. That's their first practice. They do it every year. They have about 4 or 5 practices. They open up to the fans to come down. And the new facility is just beautiful. It is unbelievable. And that's right by Hard Rock Stadium in the back of the grounds. It's beautiful there. They put millions in it. I know some people who've gone down there, and they said there's a ton to do for all the kids if you want to bring them down there just to have a good time. Last night was the All-Star game, and the American League, if you're a trend better, you just stayed on that trend because they won their 9th in a row over the National League, 3-2. Jimmy's got some audio from the game.
So here we go. Clase's ready. His 1-2 pitch to Jay Cronenworth. Got him! Clase strikes out the side in the 9th inning. And the American League wins the All-Star game for the 9th consecutive season.
That is unbelievable that they have done that. 9 years in a row they've beaten the National League. Those guys got to be on the other side and say, come on, what the hell are we doing? National League was favored last night a little bit. They were minus 115. That's from our people at DraftKings. And Formula President Trump has told all the golfers to take the cash from the LIV tournament. Just take the money and run. Don't be loyal to the PGA. I'm sure that's going to get some response from a lot of people on the PGA side. But President Trump did say to the golfers, take that cash and run to the bank. Very interesting. Everybody's got an opinion on this right now with the golfers, whether or not they should take the money or not. And it's gotten so much notoriety for golf in the last month, more than it's ever gotten. But everybody's got an opinion, and I guess this is another opinion coming at you. And that is your trifecta. Peace.
So we always talk about actors who, I don't want to say always, but it's been brought up before, who should have or would have had a role and then they turned it down, or there were thoughts about them and things didn't work out. Well, this is interesting. Yeah, they had people that they wanted to have this role, but it almost puts a whole different spin on the John Wick movies. And I think we've all seen the John Wick movies, right? Here in the Penthouse.
Not all of them, but I've seen the first couple.
Yeah, so it's definitely a lot more action than it is acting.
Oh, well, I thought it was a comedy.
I'm saying there's not many words, not many words that come off Keanu Reeves, but it's an action movie, and it's definitely you get violent. a lot of it. It is violent too, but. I watched, I think, there's 3 of them, right?
Yeah.
I believe I sat because I hadn't seen them before. And so when that last one came out, I was like, all right, I'm going to sit through all these. And I did. And I enjoyed them.
What do you think the under-over is for people who get killed in those movies?
Oh, yeah, a lot. I don't know.
Over 100?
Ooh, I don't know if I'd take the over. In all 3?
No, all 3 over 100. Yes. No doubt. No doubt.
Okay.
I would say... Man, it seems like there's some scenes, 20, 30 guys are getting whacked.
There's probably a prop bet on there. I bet we could find out. I bet we could find out the answer to that. But this is interesting, though. So not only were they saying that, hey, we wanted, and I'm sorry, I sent you guys the wrong article. I just noticed that John Wick was not supposed to be Keanu Reeves, but it was actually, they wanted it for like an older gentleman. It was supposed to, what they were originally thinking was for a 75-year-old man.
Ooh.
That was supposed to be playing John Wick. That's who
seems weird.
Yeah.
How can you do all those stunts and knock everybody out?
I mean, Harrison Ford is still doing stuff, and that's one of the people that they had in mind. So, yeah, these Wick movies have been out for the past 7 years, and it turns out that the role was originally written for an actor more, they say, in the vein of a Harrison Ford or Clint Eastwood. So the franchise producer, confirms in his new book is called They Shouldn't Have Killed His Dog. That's true. They shouldn't have killed his dog. That's when all this went crazy. But so it's called The Complete Uncensored Ass-Kicking Oral Story of John Wick. And so they say that the title character was a 75-year-old man in the original script.
That makes no sense.
How does that make no sense?
Because all the things that he does, he throws knives, he jumps over tables, he gets thrown through walls.
Well, he probably wouldn't have been doing all of that. I'm sure still an action hero, but not as...
So originally the storyline was going to be a little bit different. He was going to be maybe more like a James Bond type character where it wasn't quite as...
Yeah,
I don't know. It's maybe you had more mechanical devices rather than the physical.
Well, they say, okay,
abilities.
so the lead was supposed to be a 75-year-old man, 25 years after being retired. And they said it was the fun of watching Clint Eastwood kick ass. I thought, okay, there's probably one or two names that could actually do this. And as I mentioned, they say Harrison Ford and Clint Eastwood. And so that was it. They kind of, well, he says that one of his buddies who actually represented Keanu Reeves said, well, what? He was like, well, don't you think Keanu Reeves would kind of be more of a fit for this action style movie? And he was like, I remember thinking to myself, Keanu is one of the great action stars of the last 25 years. He was like, what happened to him? What's he doing? Hey, why not? So
that's cool.
Yeah. So that's how he immediately booked him. But it was just from his friend who used to represent him was like, I think it would kind of be better if we went a little bit younger with it.
It worked.
But he said, it was supposed to be somebody who'd been retired for 25 years and took on it. It doesn't say exactly, Jimmy, if they were talking about, using more kind of gadgets and not physical.
I don't know. I'm just trying to. I can't. I'm with Greek in the sense of I'm not saying the 75 years old is old by any stretch of the imagination, but I don't see as much action and flipping and doing things like that I would with a character that's more along the lines of what they ended up creating.
Yeah.
Is all. I mean, I can see that point.
I mean, obviously, I think we all think they made the right move going that way, but you never know. I mean, the two that they had in mind are fantastic actors. It just would have been a completely different movie.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, they have crushed it with these three.
Maybe it would have been better. Who knows?
I guess,
you can't obviously tell something like that because it'll never come to fruition. So you can't tell whether it would or not. But I don't know. I think they were pretty successful.
Yeah.
Turned out pretty good.
They've made for a film where there's really not a lot of dialogue back and forth.
There's
There's really
one
not.
thing.
Yeah.
It's him seeking revenge.
That's
basically.
It's him killing everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, the first one was sad, when they killed the puppy, and then he went crazy, and I don't know. But maybe, like you said, we wouldn't have known any better, so maybe we were just ran with it and said it was an older star, and that's it. That's the way it is.
Oh, I'm sure, and it could have been probably as good. Who knows?
Yeah,
but.
Yeah, it's
can't compare the two.
Yeah, and it's just amazing. Like I said, he can be in a room with 20 guys, and he's walking out. He's killing them all. He's doing everything. Then last one, who they put in there? Halle Berry. She was in one. I mean, they've gotten some big stories. Just like Fast and Furious, it seems like as they add one, like another chapter, they get bigger stars to come in. But yeah, it's. I bet you he didn't think it was going to be like this. Ooh, I wonder what he's probably making $20 million a film now with that. And then Aaron Rodgers wouldn't be growing his hair long because that's why he grows his hair long. He wants to be John Wick every year for Halloween.
Oh, I said every year? Oh, I know it was last year.
He still hasn't gotten a cut. They said he might be John Wick again this year. But it's just, like I said, they're very, very successful, those films. I don't know what it costs to make them.
I bet they're pricey.
Yeah, I was going to say. I'm sure they're a lot.
With the stunts that they do.
Yeah.
Then again, with computer CGI now, who knows? Maybe if it's all done that way, you can really cut your costs down, having a computer do it.
I don't know if I'm sure they're in the works for another one. They've done 3. I would guess they're going to do 4.
Somebody said, hey, on the text line 47142, they're like, Chuck Norris, but he's too busy saving the world. Or he would have been John Wick. Yeah.
There you go.
Yep. We also said the writer did the John Wick after his grandfather. That's what they say. His grandfather's character? I don't know. And then here we go. We have somebody else who on here. Oh, I did not know this. At 47142 is that text number. We also have, because we were talking about Seinfeld and how much money they made, and then we were talking about Julia Louis-Dreyfus, and they said that she actually has a cameo at the end of Black Widow. And I did not know that.
Yeah,
Marvel's Black Widow.
I finally figured out what it is that I've seen her in. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It's a series on Disney Plus.
Okay.
That's where I've seen her. I knew there was something else that she's done.
Okay, so maybe
since Veep.
Yep, and then somebody else about syndications was hey, Trey Parker and Matt Stone from South Park split $700 million on their first syndication deal. They say the show is still going to this day, so they will cash in again probably for $1 billion plus.
Wow, that's bigger than Mega Millions. That is unbelievable.
And who?
Yep. Mega Millions.
Oh.
And then with the Trump thing with the LIV, they say the reason Trump is for the LIV Golf League is unlike the PGA, LIV has golf tournaments at Trump properties like Doral in Miami and Trump Resort in New Jersey this year. And that's from Bobby M.
No, I'm sure that helps. Thank you, Bobby. Appreciate it. Always appreciate you guys getting involved in the show. It's 11:45, so your chance to win Incubus tickets is right now. Call us, 877-927-6969, 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. Give us a call right now, and your chance to go see Incubus, my favorite band.
Oh, is it? What's your favorite song?
Catch Me on the Outside.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But listen, it's not just...
tell you what, it's still on the Billboard charts.
It's not just Incubus. It's also Incubus with Sublime with Rome. So if you're a fan of Sublime with Rome, that is going to be their special guest. And that's actually this Sunday at the I Think Financial Amphitheater. You have another opportunity to win. Of course, like all these things that we do, you just go to realradio921.com on the contest page. But yeah, if you want these tickets, give us a call, 877-927-6969.
Yeah, make it happen, people. It's a great show, and it's one thing we do every day in the Penthouse, give you guys a giveaway to show you how much we appreciate you listening and just to say thank you. And it's our way of saying thank you with great seats to concerts, different events, restaurants, amusement parks, rapids, whatever you want, we're going to try to happen because we are very happy with you guys. I'm trying to think of somebody else who could have, how about Arnold to play John Wick? You think he would have did a good job or not really? Too old?
I don't know.
Not really? Stallone?
Maybe. He's in good shape. Arnold's still in great shape.
Yeah. Stallone?
Yeah. I'm
Stallone's in good shape, too.
Yeah. I mean, they're all in great shape. I'm just trying to picture them as that character.
Yeah. It might be a little bit tougher to pick up on that. Yeah, he plays a great role. I mean, again, I've watched a couple of them a couple times.
Well, he's just very sleek, too, in that black suit. And just, I don't know. I mean,
yo, you killed my dog.
Yo, you killed my dog.
He's going through stuff right now, right? Because
he's trying to get
with Rocky.
I read something about that the other day. He doesn't have much ownership in the Rocky franchise.
No, I don't know if he has anything. I think the producer has ownership rights, and he's upset.
No
and Sylvester was like, he's calling him out because he was just like, I wanted to be able to leave something for my children of Rocky. He was like, because that's me.
That's his whole life.
The story is based on me, and so. Yeah, I guess that the producer is the one who holds all the rights. And so I understand, he's upset about it. But how did you make that deal?
Yeah. Well, I think when it very, very first started, like anything else, you have a script. His big fight was that he wanted to star in it. Mm-hmm. And he did star in it and became a movie star because if he didn't, he would have just sold a script for, not that much money. It's like what I'm going through. When you have a script, they're like, hey, we'll give you this. Take it or leave it. And his big thing was, I want to star in a movie. And then people have said, well, you became a movie star from that. But I guess he didn't have the rights to the movie. Whoever knew, when he wrote it, he thought it was going to be good, but he never thought it'd be like, film of the year in I think it was 76. I could be wrong.
I mean, I think because they say that Stallone received first dollar gross in the early Rocky sequels and earned net points off of the 1976 original. They say which costs like just over $1 million to produce and gross $225 million globally. They say he still maintains that he's been deprived of any equity stake in the franchise. So, I mean, does he have nothing? It doesn't look like it, but I guess he wants more.
Yeah. And there's been, 4 or 5, that he's done, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. And then he was just in those other movies.
The Creed ones.
Creed, those two.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, I mean, he parlayed into an acting career of 20 or 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, everybody's got their story, and I'm sure Stallone's. When you call somebody out, it doesn't make them look great. Jimmy, you have a couple people on hold?
We do. We have 2, and we're going to start with Alan. Alan, welcome to the Penthouse.
Hi, how you doing this morning?
We're doing great, Alan. How are you? How long have you been listening to Real Radio?
5 or 6 years.
Oh, nice. Got a little run going so far. What do you think of that Greek kid?
He's the best.
Hey, yo, that's how you do it. Alan knows how to play the game. All right, Alan, we're going to play a little Who's Most Likely To for these tickets to see Incubus. It is this Sunday, by the way, July 24th, I Think Financial Amphitheater. We're going to play Who's Most Likely To. Franny's going to read a scenario. The 3 of us are going to vote, turn our cameras off, and we are going to vote who is most likely to fit that scenario, and then you have to guess who we voted for, okay?
Sure.
All right. So here we go, and a little music going on here.
All right, we'll do a little Incubus.
Mm-hmm.
All right. There's some good ones here. I'm trying not to get too inappropriate. Oh.
There's a first. It's for this show.
Right? For me. Okay. Out of the 3 of us, Alan, Jimmy, Greek, or Franny, who is most likely to have a secret talent that could make them millions? Hold on a second.
All right, we have our answer. Alan, out of the 3 of us, Greek, Francis, or myself, Jimmy, who is most likely to have a secret talent that could make millions?
Greek.
There you go.
Nice job.
That's how we do it right there, Alan. Great job. And what do you think that secret talent would be, Alan?
Luck when it comes to making money.
Oh. I would say spelling bee.
This has been an act this whole time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Always a good thing to have.
That's why it's a secret. All right, Alan. If you would please hang tight. I'm going to put you on hold and get back with you here in a couple minutes, and we'll get you set up with those tickets to see Incubus this Sunday. All right, bud.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alan. Thank you for listening. We appreciate it. That easy all the time for you people. Ask you a question, you win it, and then you're on your way to having a great evening, whether it's at a restaurant, New York Prime, or maybe it's a concert or amusement park, Rapids, whatever it is. We want to make it happen for you guys. We always appreciate listening to Real Radio.
So here we go. Somebody else said the writer of John Wick was on the News Junkie, and yes, it was based off of, I guess, his grandfather. I don't know if it's his or, yeah. That's interesting. We also have somebody here who to let us know Keanu Reeves' net worth. They said Franny, Keanu Reeves' net worth is $300 million, $380 million.
Wow.
And we got a Mingada at the end of that. Also, Ricky and Del Rey said there was a Wick 4. There was supposed to be.
Okay.
It was postponed due to COVID. Also delayed for Keanu Reeves to do another franchise. They can't think of the name of the franchise, but yeah. So I guess we got another one coming out.
Speed.
Did he do?
No,
did he do? I was like, did he do another one?
I was just joking.
There's two of those, right?
Yeah, but he didn't do.
He didn't do the second one. I think, but Sandra Bullock was in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
He didn't do the second one.
No.
Speed 5.
Speed 37.
Bill and Ted, because I know he recently did Bill and Ted.
Oh, that's right.
Bill and Ted Face the Music or whatever. Oh, he shouldn't have done that one.
Every once in a while, you can have a bomb. It happens.
Yeah, shouldn't have done that one.
Fast and Furious. When do you think that stops? 27? I mean, that's just,
really.
I mean, that is unbelievable. I think they're up to 9 and 10.
As long as it makes money.
Oh, no, you're right, Jimmy.
It's like we were talking the other day too about whether or not there'll be a Top Gun 3 or whatever you want to call it. Since this wasn't really Top Gun 2, it was just Maverick. But I mean, they're already in the talks with them, and if now's the time to do it.
Sure.
I bet Matrix.
Oh.
Aren't they doing another Matrix?
Oh, is that the
right?
Okay.
Aren't they? Isn't there word of another Matrix that they're doing?
Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not. I don't think he's going to be cast in it.
Oh,
right?
really? I don't know.
Or am I thinking of maybe another character was going to get recast? I don't know. I did read something about that though.
Yeah, I think he's going to be in it, but I'm not 100%. But also, thank you for.
I thought they were going to cast that as a female. Thought I read something on that they were going to cast the lead on that as a female.
I'm not sure.
I could be wrong.
I'm not sure. Well, no, because we had talked. No, we mentioned what they were supposed to cast. We went. It was
Is
one
that
of those,
it?
Yeah.
Is that the story I'm remembering?
Yeah, it was one of those things that we were talking about. Who was supposed to be cast, and I think his character was supposed to be a female. And I can't remember it is, but I do think that he is returning for Matrix 4.
Okay.
3, 4. I don't know how many's out there. But yeah, no, thank you for everybody who's getting involved on our Instagram. That's Real Radio 921. I posted a video, and then it shows a creature on there. And from most of you, thank you. You all know these invasive species way better than I do. But according to people, it is an invasive species. And so I'm getting on my Instagram right now so I can check it out, because a majority of people have been like, yep, it's definitely this one thing on here. So we have comments so far and everything. Everybody is pointing at an African redhead agama. I've gotten a couple times. So I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but yes, they said it's a redhead agama. They say there's a bunch in the Stewart area, and they say it is an African species that is invasive. And they say that, I guess they've been here, according to somebody, from 1975. And they say first released from a pet owner in the Homestead area. And they apparently have moved around a lot, though, and are becoming more prevalent. And they're like, don't worry, it's not poisonous or dangerous, though, but they are invasive. So thank you for everybody who has participated on that. And I knew you guys could tell me what it was.
Audience is the best. Thank you so much for getting involved with us on all areas of the show.
And that's why we're giving you 9 chances a day to win $1,000. And guess what? Just coming up on the other side of this short break, we're going to give you another chance. That's right. The 12 o'clock hour is going to have another keyword. Get that keyword on the other side of this short break. Go to realradio921.com. A little window will pop right up for you. Enter it right there, and you'll be in the running for $1,000.
Yeah, come on, guys. Make it happen. Please. We want to get a $1,000 winner. Before you know it, this is going to be gone, and cash in your hand is right there. It's an opportunity for you. It is the Penthouse. We'll come back with some fun facts, WWGD later, and a lot more. Peace.
Here comes the
go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Your shot at $1,000 is coming up in just a few minutes. It's the Inflation Vacation on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7, presented by the Glass Chamber.
This report is streamed live on our iHeartRadio app. Download it now.
Sure is a hot one on this Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Zach Covey with CBS 12 News. Dry air and African dust creating those hazy, sunny skies we're dealing with. Very limited chance of rain, less than a 10% shot across the area. High temperatures anywhere from 90 to 95, feeling more like 99 to 103.
This report is sponsored by the Our American Stories podcast.
You may know that the Star-Spangled Banner was written during the Battle of Baltimore, but did you know that it wasn't adopted until 1931 and was written by a tone-deaf lawyer? Be sure to listen to this week's edition of Our American Stories on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Call me, Mark Anajar, at the law offices of Anajar & Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life.
Office in West Palm Beach.
The job market is competitive right now, so you need to be competitive to attract top talent. If you're trying to fill open positions at your business, iHeartMedia is here to help. Use radio and digital targeting to find fresh, passive candidates currently in the workforce. These candidates are listening right now, looking for new opportunities. Together, we can let the community know you're hiring. Visit iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Here's to the great American settlers. The millions of you who settled for unsatisfying jobs because they pay the bills. Of course, there is something else you could do if you got something to say. Start a podcast with Spreaker from iHeart and unleash your creative freedom. Maybe even earn enough money to one day tell your old boss, "Hey, I'm no settler. I'm an explorer." Spreaker.com. Spreaker. Hustle on over today.
GimmeTheVin.com has made it fast, we've made it easy, and we're the only 5-star BBB rated car dealer out there.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
The roar of our engines, the pump of our heartbeats, the pedal to our metal, the sparks that ignite us, the pistons that push us, the passions that drive us. From the feelings that move us to the places that pull us on the roads that unite us. With nearly 6,000 stores and over 17,000 auto care centers, Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
PatriotSoftware.com. Accounting and payroll. Keep your time and money.
Mike Capel here, serial entrepreneur. Let's make sure your current payroll provider isn't overcharging you, shall we? First, go to your payroll provider's website to see what you're currently paying. Oh, what's that? You can't clearly see your pricing because your vendor is running a temporary sale or making you call for a free quote? That's unfortunate. If you go to PatriotSoftware.com, you will instantly see our payroll pricing for companies with 1 to 100 employees. Well, there you go. At least now you know what you should be paying for payroll. Go to PatriotSoftware.com. Use promo code RADIO and get 2 months of payroll processing free. That's PatriotSoftware.com.
With PatriotSoftware.com. Accounting and payroll. Keep your time and money.
I've been asked 1,000 times, did you plan on becoming the largest injury law firm in the world? And the answer is no. When I started, there were just 2 of us. Today, Morgan & Morgan has almost 800 lawyers alone. No injury firm in the country has anywhere close to that. We set out to be focused on our clients and to have a commitment to trying cases and winning. And when you have those results at trial, you're able to settle most of your cases quickly and fairly. Reputation matters. We grew like this because we worked hard and so many former clients referred family and friends. And what I believe is the main reason is we delivered for our clients a lot. Hard work and client satisfaction was our plan. It worked. Hope is not a plan. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
New South is Florida's factory direct window company. We manufacture, install, and guarantee your windows for life. One company, one call. Our windows blend energy performance with hurricane protection. New South Window, home of your ultimate Florida window.
Going on now. Buy 2 windows, get a third free. Call 1-800-NEW-WINDOWS.
Real Radio reminds you, in the event of a hurricane and power outages, know that we will be on live to make sure you are prepared and informed. Operation Stormwatch 2022 is brought to you by New South Window Solutions.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
This is WCCR FM, West Palm Beach, Real Radio 92.1, powered by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Been in an accident? Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter the keyword BILLS, BILLS, on our website, realradio921.com. That's BILLS, BILLS, on our website, realradio921.com. Good luck from Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse on a Wednesday. Thank you guys for listening all the time. We appreciate it. Real Radio. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good afternoon.
Francis is here.
Hey, what's going on?
And it's the middle of the day, so we like to put a little fun in your life with some fun facts.
It's Freddy's Fun Facts.
Well, today it's actually a few fun days. It's World Jump Day.
Okay,
so
cool.
If you can out there, start jumping. It's National Fortune Cookie Day.
Oh, that'd be nice.
It's also National Moon Day. It's National Hot Dog Day. And if you were listening earlier, it's National Lollipop Day. So here are some sweet facts about lollipops. So it looks like they have been around since the day of the cave people. They say the origin of lollipops goes back thousands of years. They say cave people actually used to collect and consume wild honey using a stick. So they would just take it and get the honey out of a little hive, and that's how they eat it, straight off of a stick. They also say that in the 17th century, sugar became an abundant commodity, and the English people actually boiled sugar, turned it into hard candy, and with the popularity of sugar candies, the number of street vendors also increased. So lollipops were huge with street vendors. They said a lot of them were selling these sugar candies with a stick so the customers can consume them without making their hands sticky. They say during the Civil War era, parents would give lollipop-type candies to their children. They say it was more specifically they attached softer candies on the tip of a pencil and gave them to their kids to lick and nibble. So we just poke it. That doesn't, I don't know, hopefully it's not the lead side.
I was going to say, it doesn't sound too safe.
Hopefully not the lead side, yeah. They also claim that lollipop actually means tongue slap.
Tongue slap?
Because lolly meant tongue, and the word pop means slap in Old English. So yeah, if anybody ever asks you what that means, yeah, it means tongue slap.
Tongue slap.
I never knew that. Also on these fun facts, they say that Tootsie Roll is the world's largest lollipop producer. The company produces more than 16 million lollipops per day.
Wow.
To satisfy the world's demand. I would have gone with like Dum Dums or something. But yeah, it is Tootsie Roll. They also claim here that lollipop is also a famous word in hit songs. For example, Lil Wayne made a song called Lollipop in 2008.
I was just looking for it, and I couldn't get to it.
They said the song was actually the highest selling ringtone of 2008. Also, American pop duo Ronald and Ruby and the Chordettes produced a song, that song Lollipop, back in 1958. They also say if Americans celebrate National Lollipop on today, the 20th of July, they say on that day, everyone gets a lollipop and treats themselves and their close one with sweetness. Where's my lollipop, guys? Stores also display their best lollipop and unique products on the counter to attract more customers or simply just showcase their products. And they also say the longest chain of people licking lollipops include 12,831 individuals. This happened in Spain back in 2008. They also say that the same group that did this in Spain, they're called the Coordinador de Peñas, if I'm saying that right. They say that they also hold the world record for the largest water pistol fight, too. So they sound like a fun group.
Yeah. Shoot water pistols and licking
lollipops, and they're holding records. I like it. The world's most expensive lollipop costs over $10,000. They say, interesting enough, it's not an actual lollipop, but they said it was a chair made with 60 pounds of confectioner's sugar. They say that, but I guess because it was kind of lickable, I don't know. So that's why it holds the most expensive, or record is the most expensive. But they say that there's also lollipops that range between, oh no, that's a ridiculous one. But they say that there are some, like in Europe, that you buy for $25 a piece. Go to Disney World. Those are a lot of money too. And that is your fun facts for lollipops.
Imagine one made of a chair. You sit next to somebody, see him licking a chair. You're like, what the hell are you doing? And it's a lollipop that I'm licking. 877-927-6969. Lollipop Day today. I did something that you guys can definitely get involved with. Stop and get one. It's funny. I had a lollipop 2 days ago. And I haven't had one in a long, long time. Stopped in a gas station, got gas, and I got a blow pop. And I ended up doing what I had to do. But I only got it for the gum.
Yeah, so not a lollipop, but I did mention this earlier. It's been damn hot out there, not just here, everywhere. I know that the UK, I think they had a record yesterday of 109 degrees or something like that. And they're not used to this kind of weather.
No.
We're used to heat.
The airport shut down because the runway was melting.
Yes. Yeah. The roads are melting there. That's how damn hot it is. And they're really freaking out. They're like, is it the end of the world? But I feel like doctors put this warning out before, but they're doing it again. And I don't know who's giving this advice, but they're telling women, like, quit putting lollipops in your women area, in your private areas to cool yourself down.
Popsicles.
Yes.
Right? I can't believe
not lollipops. Yes, popsicles. Excuse me. Yeah, they're telling them to quit putting popsicles in that area.
This is not the first time that we've done a story about this.
It's not. And because I did, when I had to look this up, I was like, oh, there's a story. No.
Oh, thank God. Woman.
When I looked up the story, and they call them lollies. That's why I said lollipop. They call them ice lollies over there.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So when I looked it up, yes, there's a story now of doctors saying this year, 2022, but I guess back in 2017, they must have had a heat wave as well, too, because there was also stories from back then. But yeah, they're warning. They're like, listen, don't do it.
That's a normal mindset.
It's hot. Yes.
Do it on OnlyFans and make some money.
Make some money.
I mean, if you're gonna
do
stupid,
it.
Yeah.
Just make money for it.
Cash in.
I just think it's so funny that we have to say this, right?
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Don't put them in your vaginas. Keep yourself cool is what they're saying. Yeah, they're saying it's a bad idea no matter how hot the weather is. There's other ways to cool down, people.
Yeah. I can't even believe we have to say it, too.
Cube.
Use an ice cube. Oh, my God. Oh, man.
They say that, if sometimes that, there's sensitive skin there, and it to some may seem innocent to other areas of the body, but when it comes to that contact there, they say it can cause infections, irritations, and even damage. So, ladies, if you don't want damage down to that area, because it's very delicate, do not put a popsicle in there, please.
Yeah. You have to say it, too.
Yeah.
Enough people. All of a sudden,
doctors are saying it. I'm just relaying their message.
And all of a sudden, there'll be a shortage of popsicles, and you'll know why. Why is there a shortage of popsicles? That is crazy that people are doing that. But again, everybody's different. Everybody does a lot of crazy things, and you don't even realize it. I mean, I would think you got to be a little bit drunk or have something.
No, they're not drunk. They're sober.
They're not drunk. They're ready. They're ready to go. People just like, hey, there's nothing wrong with it.
My guess is it's probably a couple. They want to use a little something to spice things up. I got a cold popsicle here, and one person,
starts it,
does it orally, and that type of thing, and it kind of leads to that. I mean, again, has anybody ever used ice cubes? I have. I'll be willing to admit that.
It's just
not on
crazy.
myself, but you use that. Well, maybe there was a one time when I was in Hialeah.
Waiting for a flight to go to Secaucus. I used some ice cubes. Elon Musk is being sued by Twitter. This is crazy because a month ago when this came out, everybody thought it was going to be a perfect marriage, and all of a sudden he decided, I don't think I want it. I don't think I'm going to do it. And now they're suing him because they want him to buy it.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Everybody fought because they didn't want him to do it because of what he was planning on doing. And now they're trying to force him. The same people are trying to force him to buy it. Yeah, it's so funny.
Yeah, and I don't think he wants to buy it now.
No, he doesn't. That's the issue.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, he's just stepping away.
Problem.
Unless he gets a great price. Maybe something like that happens. Maybe it turns around and he's using this as a ploy to negotiate to get the price down. But yeah, this is going to end up in court for a long, long time, go back and forth. And I'm sure it's not going to really affect him because he's got tons of money. He could do whatever he wants. But yeah, when this first hit, and I think it affected the stock originally about a month ago when this story first broke.
Oh, he killed the stock when he said he was going to buy it. Now it's killing him the stock when he says he's not going to buy it.
Yeah, so it's not good if you have Twitter, and I'm sure a lot of people are upset about that and not happy. It is the Penthouse, and it is a Wednesday. We got some WWGD coming at you. That'll be later in the show, and a lot more coming in the Penthouse on a Wednesday. Peace.
Got something to say? Text us at 47142. Start your message with Real Radio. Standard data and message rates apply, and don't text while driving.
Make this the year you go to our iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Friday, September 23rd and Saturday the 24th. Buy your tickets now at AXS.com.
Stream it free on the CW app and CWTV.com.
Having the time of your life is more rewarding than ever when you visit any of the MGM resorts nationwide. With MGM Rewards, dine, stay, play, and earn on all of it. Get details at MGMRewards.com. Subject to earning and redemption limitations applicable to certain purchases and in certain states.
This report is streamed live on our iHeartRadio app. Download it now.
Sure is a hot one on this Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Zach Covey with CBS 12 News. Dry air and African dust creating those hazy, sunny skies we're dealing with. Very limited chance of rain, less than a 10% shot across the area. High temperatures anywhere from 90 to 95, feeling more like 99 to 103.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Some banks can make it complicated to redeem credit card rewards. But with Discover, you can redeem your rewards for cash in any amount at any time. Talk about amazing. Learn more at discover.com/redeem rewards. Terms apply.
What the Florida is brought to you by Knox & Dunn, strong and true Florida rum. Flavor straight from the barrel, nothing added. Try it today. What Would Greek Do is brought to you by Monroe's of Palm Beach.
Would you like to know if you are at risk for Alzheimer's? A new Alzheimer's prevention study is currently seeking adults 55 to 80 years old with normal memory. This study includes a no-cost memory screening and an experimental blood test to detect if you may be at risk for Alzheimer's disease. Those at risk may participate in the study. Compensation available for time and travel. Need more information? Call 833-STOP-ALZ or visit alzpreventionstudy.com. That's alzpreventionstudy.com.
The roar of our engines, the pump of our heartbeats, the pedal to our metal, the sparks that ignite us, the pistons that push us, the passions that drive us. From the feelings that move us to the places that pull us on the roads that unite us. With nearly 6,000 stores and over 17,000 auto care centers, Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Unfortunately, time does not stop for any of us, but when you visit Begin a New Med, Jupiter's premier luxury med spa, you will sure feel like you did reverse those hands of time. Hey, this is Franny. As you age, you may notice a lack of libido, weight gain, hair loss, and for most, some exhaustion. But what if I told you that Begin a New Med Spa could help fix all of that? They have an excellent sexual health program with a wide range of solutions to improve your sexual health and make you and your partner happy again. If you're dealing with hair loss, their platelet-rich plasma therapy helps stimulate hair growth, no need to undergo surgery, and hair transplants. And if you're dealing with fatigue, low libido, weight gain, or difficulty sleeping, then the testosterone replacement therapy may be right for you. All you have to do is set up a consultation at Begin a New Med Spa, and their incredible professional staff will get you down the right path to feeling and looking your best. They also specialize in Botox for men and laser hair removal and tattoo removal. Check out all they have to offer at beginanewmed.com. That's beginanewmed.com.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep the facility running, no matter the weather or supply chain hiccup. But we get you, Raymond in Buffalo, and Maria in Miami, Jules in Minneapolis, and Stan in Central Indiana, taking control of everything that's under your control. At Grainger, we're here for you with experienced branch staff at over 250 locations so you get the product you're looking for. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And now you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial. ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
People in South Florida have figured out now that Diamonds Direct is by far the place to go for the best diamonds at the best prices. But did you know that savvy buyers as far away as Los Angeles and New York City are now driving to Boca to buy their diamonds? These high-end shoppers have discovered that Diamonds Direct has one of America's best selections of large, rare diamonds, from 3 carats to 20 carats, all certified by the GIA. Because of Diamonds Direct's international connections and tremendous buying power, we are one of only a handful of jewelry stores in the U.S. that carries a large selection of rare GIA diamonds. In fact, Diamonds Direct's multi-million-dollar selection includes a stunning array of high-end Riviera necklaces, 20-carat tennis bracelets, and an extraordinary collection of rare precious gemstones, rubies, sapphires, emeralds, and even the really hard-to-find fancy yellow diamonds. Come see why Diamonds Direct in Boca Raton is the destination for high-end shoppers all over America. Extraordinary selection, impeccable quality, and unmatched value. Diamonds Direct, behind Town Center Mall in Boca Raton.
At Morgan & Morgan, the fee is free. You don't pay us anything unless we win your case.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
From the Racetrack Traffic Center.
Look out for a crash northbound 95 on the exit ramp to PGA Boulevard, off to the shoulder, but still a little slow. Also one on the southbound side of 95 just north of Belvedere Road. That one, according to the Florida Highway Patrol, is on the right shoulder. I'm Joel Malkin.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's Hot and Crispy Fries. Wendy's knows everyone hates cold and soggy fries, so they changed theirs to serve them up hot and crispy all day, every day, using only natural cut skin-on fries, prepared to golden goodness and perfectly sprinkled with sea salt. Try Wendy's Hot and Crispy Fries today at participating U.S. Wendy's.
This is Alec Baldwin. I'd like to invite you to listen to my new limited series podcast about a true American hero who lived to tell the story of his imprisonment by the Japanese during World War II.
I'm kind of proud of the fact that I'm a survivor. I wouldn't go.
America.
One, and we are an iHeart radio station.
Francis Ompriere Brown, the original Spice Girl. Hot!
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes. Thank you guys for the talk back line. Always doing a great job. Want to thank you. And up shortly on Instagram is my bagel review, the second one. There'll be maybe one a month. And then when it's all done, I'll let you know all the places that I went to in the area. And then you guys can say, hey, now I'm a fan, or no, I'm not going to be a fan. Always a fan of this guy. Thanks him every day for coming to work and doing a great job. Good afternoon, Jimmy.
Good afternoon.
And, of course, good afternoon to Francis.
Hi, good afternoon. So sorry, I'm trying to put this video together because we will have it up on our Instagram. That's realradio921.com. But in the meantime, we can talk a little blog action so far. If you go to realradio921.com, I posted a few things, and I have another story coming. But one is of a documentary, and I'm curious if this interests you at all. And God, it was 10 years ago with that whole thing with Teo.
Yes.
And the fake girlfriend being catfished.
That was sad.
Yeah. And so when you if you're not aware about the story, and maybe it's a refresher when you go look at it. But yeah, so this kid, he played for Alabama, right?
Notre Dame.
Oh, Notre Dame, excuse me. Notre Dame. And I know he was a Heisman Trophy candidate back in the day. And he had this girlfriend who had passed away due to a leukemia diagnosis.
Yeah.
And it was just a really sad story. Well, we ended up finding out that this girlfriend, in fact, did not exist, and that he was being catfished by somebody. I can't say his name. I'm going to destroy it. But I guess he was reportedly a family friend or acquaintance of his. So, he maintained his innocence, claiming that he lied to his family and friends about the nature of his relationship because he felt he might be seen as crazy for carrying on a relationship with somebody that he'd never met in person.
Mm-hmm.
And so that looks like Netflix is actually releasing a documentary. And so the trailer's out, and that's what I posted. It's called Untold, The Girlfriend Who Didn't Exist. And this is going to be a documentary about Manti Te'o's fake girlfriend hoax. Does that interest you?
Yeah, I would definitely watch it. They were saying some NFL teams might have dropped his stock when he graduated.
Yeah.
Because they go through such an in-depth questionnaire and interviews with all these guys. That was the year he was a senior, and he played Alabama down here for the championship. They got beat pretty bad by Alabama. But, yeah, that was a big, big story. I mean, It was huge. And everybody really felt bad, obviously, when you heard about his girlfriend dying of leukemia. And it went on for a while. It went on, I think, it started coming out around, I don't know, maybe, I think halfway through the season, and went out through the whole season of the bowl game. Then it came out that the whole thing was fake, which is very sad for him. And, that he had to go through that. And the embarrassment and everything like that. Like he said, I didn't want to tell anybody because they said, how can you have a relationship when you're not seeing anybody?
When you've never met her in person, yeah.
But it's the same thing when people don't even meet people and they give them millions of dollars.
Oh, no, absolutely. Yeah, they got catfished. It's a very unfortunate thing. So there's another thing I post on there, and this is something that's making its rounds. There's a dude, and it happened at the All-Star game, the MLB All-Star game, where this grown-ass man is shoving kids to get his baseball autographed. And
sad.
It is, yeah. So people are not much of a fan of his. Yeah, he's getting roasted a lot.
Yep.
So you can seek out that video because it's all over Twitter. That's realradio921.com. Now, I just did some fun facts about lollipops, and I said, what did lolly mean? Tongue slap or lollipop?
Yeah, tongue slap.
Yeah. So lolly is tongue and pop is slap.
Mm-hmm.
And so speaking of slaps, this is interesting. So when we hear words or somebody says something kind of brutal to us, it doesn't feel good. But this is interesting that science actually found out that these actually, like these words, these things that people say that can hurt your feelings or whatever it is, actually does feel like a tiny slap to the face, basically.
Get out of here.
Yeah, they say that verbal insults can feel just like a actual slap to the face.
Well, I think the thing when somebody says something to you, you also you can remember it all the time. You maybe play it out in your head for the next day or two. Every time you see the person, you might think of the person. Oh, they said this or that to me. A slap goes, hits you really hard, but I think some people look at it just as hard. It bothers them, hurts their feelings.
I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that at all. People feel it.
Yeah.
It's not real.
Yeah, so I guess they had them hooked up. It was a research that was done, and they use women more so than they use men, but they applied what they say electroencephalog. I don't know what the hell to say. EEG.
Oh, yeah, that stuff.
EEG is what they put on them, and they also had some electrodes that they had on them before they started reading a series of statements broken into a couple groups: insults, compliments, neutral, factual statements. So they read these and they noticed that the feeling that they got or received with these was the same if they received with the insults. Yeah.
There it is right there.
With the insults, if they received a tiny slap to the face, they got that same kind of feeling. Like, yep. And they actually had them hooked up to things and read how they reacted to it. And they said, yeah, that's how humans, we actually take those as like these little tiny slaps to the face.
And I'm sure it depends.
You're not getting like, Chris Rock slapped or anything.
No,
but yeah, a little
Chris
one.
Rock slap. And I'm sure it depends on the individual, how you are with a comment. Some people would hurt more than others. I mean, it really will. Some people, certain comments you'll remember for years. This one said that, or that one said that about me or to me. I can see it. People are just a lot of sensitive people out there. You know what I mean? And especially if it's true, you feel, or it hits below the belt. Something that, maybe is a sensitive area where you don't really want to hear about it or it hurts you. If you guys have an opinion on it, let us know. 877-927-6969. Could somebody saying something to you hurt you as much as a slap? Depending on, I guess, who slaps you, I guess that'd be a big part of it.
I think sometimes people could say something that hurts you way more than a slap.
Yeah, because slap goes away. It stings, then that's it. Somebody says something to you, be like, oh, damn, that hurts. And you're going to remember it, too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the whole thing. It's going to stay on your mind if it's something that's very sensitive to you or an area where it's, not a great thing. And some people are sensitive. I understand that. That's why you got to be careful sometimes when you do say something to somebody. Even if you're joking around. I've learned that, too, myself over the years. Kidding around, some people could take it the wrong way, and you might bother them, and you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. You never want to do that. We got WWGD coming out, you guys, later in the show. We also got a little bit of a quiz coming out that Franny's going to give me and Jimmy, and you guys can play along about celebrities' names. And we got a trifecta coming at you, too. And don't forget, we got a big review on Instagram. If you want to check that out, that'll be up in about 10, 15 minutes. It is the Penthouse. We'll be back. Peace.
The fine woman in your smart speaker knows what you need.
Really?
Don't ask how. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
This is Clay Travis. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Blindstar.
Mixed results for the Marlins at the All-Star Game. Miami ace Sandy Alcantara pitched a scoreless inning for the NL, but Garrett Cooper went 0 for 2. Bleacher Report is speculating on the future of some Dolphins players, saying Myles Gaskin, Salvon Ahmed, and Preston Williams are already on the bubble for training camp. And the ESPYs are back with NBA Finals MVP Steph Curry hosting the celebration of the best and brightest in sports tonight on ABC. I'm Scott Davidson.
Do you need new blinds or shades? Blindstar.com offers custom-made blinds, shades, and shutters shipped directly to you at prices less than big box retailers. Blindstar blinds are easy to install and guaranteed to fit. Don't overpay for new blinds. Shop Blindstar today and save big. Blindstar.com.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
Sure is a hot one on this Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Zach Covey with CBS 12 News. Dry air and African dust creating those hazy, sunny skies we're dealing with. Very limited chance of rain, less than a 10% shot across the area. High temperatures anywhere from 90 to 95, feeling more like 99 to 103.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. If your business is feeling a summer hiring wave, then you need Indeed. Their all-in-one hiring solution makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
The Greek Zone is brought to you by QC Kinetics. 954-787-PAIN.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep the facility running, no matter the weather or supply chain hiccup. But we get you, Raymond in Buffalo, and Maria in Miami, Jules in Minneapolis, and Stan in Central Indiana, taking control of everything that's under your control. At Grainger, we're here for you with experienced branch staff at over 250 locations so you get the product you're looking for. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Here's to the great American settlers, the millions of you who settled for unsatisfying jobs because they pay the bills. Of course, there is something else you could do if you got something to say. Start a podcast with Spreaker from iHeart and unleash your creative freedom. Maybe even earn enough money to one day tell your old boss, hey, I'm no settler, I'm an explorer. Spreaker.com, Spreaker. Hustle on over today.
With
PatriotSoftware.com. Accounting and payroll. Keep your time and money.
Mike Capel here, serial entrepreneur with words from another happy payroll customer.
Well, it's very easy to use. From the login and the setup was extremely easy. I didn't have to call anyone for help. I was able to do it on my own. And I love the fact that I can run my payroll and print my pay stubs, and then you guys do all of the filing for me. So I get a quarterly report that everything's been filed on my behalf, and then at the end of the year I can print out my W-2s. So I use you guys. I tell everybody, it's the easiest thing I've ever done. Why anybody doesn't use y'all, I don't know.
Visit us at PatriotSoftware.com. Use promo code RADIO and get 2 months of payroll free. That's PatriotSoftware.com.
With PatriotSoftware.com. Accounting and payroll. Keep your time and money.
If you've been injured on the job and are not receiving the benefits you're entitled to, call me, Glenn Levine, at the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733, and take back control of your life.
Office in West Palm Beach.
When you have an emergency and don't want to wait, visit drgsurgentcare.com.
Welcome to the Everyday Hotel. You'll be on the second floor and your other room will be on the 14th.
Wait, we asked for connecting rooms? These are 12 floors apart.
We tried, ma'am, but technically they're only 11 floors apart. We don't have a 13th floor.
We can't be 11 floors away from our kids.
I don't see a problem.
Stuart!
When you want separate rooms, but not that separate, it matters where you stay. Only Hilton offers confirmed connecting rooms at the time of booking. Hilton, for the stay.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep the facility running, no matter the weather or supply chain hiccup. But we get you, Raymond in Buffalo, and Maria in Miami, Jules in Minneapolis, and Stan in Central Indiana, taking control of everything that's under your control. At Grainger, we're here for you with experienced branch staff at over 250 locations so you get the product you're looking for. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Welcome to the Everyday Hotel. You'll be on the second floor and your other room will be on the 14th.
Wait, we asked for connecting rooms? These are 12 floors apart.
We tried, ma'am, but technically they're only 11 floors apart. We don't have a 13th floor.
We can't be 11 floors away from our kids.
I don't see a problem.
Stuart!
When you want separate rooms, but not that separate, it matters where you stay. Only Hilton offers confirmed connecting rooms at the time of booking. Hilton, for the stay.
Republicans need strong leaders in Congress to take on Joe Biden and stop his radical socialist Green New Deal agenda. And it's not Brian Mast. Mast backed Biden on critical race theory in the military, and Mast backed Biden on taxpayer-paid sex change operations. Brian Mast backs red flag gun confiscation and banning your AR-15. Jeff Bongiorno for Congress. Jeff Bongiorno. Jeff Bongiorno says it's time to stop Biden now. Listen to Jeff Bongiorno.
I'm Jeff Bongiorno, Republican for Congress. Brian Mast is too moderate, too weak, and too woke to defend our values. Brian Mast won't fight for what we believe. I will. I'm Jeff Bongiorno. I approve this message and ask for your vote against Brian Mast. Let's take our country back.
Bongiorno. Jeff Bongiorno. Jeff Bongiorno for Congress. It's time to take a stand. It's time to fight back. Paid for by Jeff Bongiorno for Congress. JeffBongiorno.com.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
This report is streamed live on our iHeartRadio app. Download it now.
Florida Highway Patrol just reporting one crash as far as 95 is concerned anywhere in Palm Beach County. It's on the southbound side, just north of Belvedere Road and off to the right shoulder. Otherwise, we're looking pretty good throughout the Palm Beaches Turnpike, accident-free. I'm Joel Malkin.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's Hot and Crispy Fries. Wendy's knows everyone hates cold and soggy fries, so they changed theirs to serve them up hot and crispy all day, every day, using only natural cut skin-on fries, prepared to golden goodness and perfectly sprinkled with sea salt. Try Wendy's Hot and Crispy Fries.
Francis Brown, the queen of the tongue slap. Hot.
You're listening to The Penthouse Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse on a Wednesday. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for always getting involved with 92.1 Real Radio. Remember, 9 chances a day to win $8,000. Jimmy's in the house.
Good afternoon.
Francis is here.
Hello.
And it's time for another trifecta.
Riders up. It's Creek's Trifecta.
New York Giants announced that they're going to be wearing their throwback jerseys from the 80s and 90s 2 times this season. Giants over-under is 7, and our own Teddy Covers from SportsMemo.com loves the Giants over, one of his best picks. And I trust Teddy, so if you're a Giant fan, you might be looking at a good season. Maybe they'll end up making the playoffs. Last night was the All-Star Game in Major League Baseball, and if you're a trend better, you did very well. National League was favored, -115. That's our partners at DraftKings. But guess what? Didn't help. American League won 3-2. And I know Jimmy has some audio of the game.
So here we go. Clase is ready. His 1-2 pitch to Jay Cronenworth. Got him! Clase strikes out the side in the 9th inning. And the American League wins the All-Star Game for the 9th consecutive season.
That's unbelievable. 9 times in a row they beat them. MVP went to Giancarlo Stanton of the New York Yankees, ex-Miami Marlin. Let's not forget about that. So Stanton went out there. That's where he grew up in L.A., used to go to stadium all the time as a kid, and he came back to win the MVP. And former President Trump has told all the golfers that they should take the money from the LIV tournament, take it and run, is what he's saying. Everybody does have an opinion on this. Golf has got more comments about it, and I would say in the last 2 months than I can remember in a long, long time. Plus, there's really, just baseball going on the end of the NBA. But this has been a big story for a lot of people. Everybody's got an opinion. Should they take it? Should they not? Are they sellouts? Are they not? Is it right to do it? Tiger Woods is totally against it. But President Trump has said, take the cash from the LIV and run. And that is your trifecta, third one of the day. Peace.
Well, do you think that you know music better than most? Put your skills to the test. Hey, by the way, just stay tuned to Rover's Morning Glory every morning. But I tell you what, he's giving away a great prize coming up here, a VIP trip for 2 to the iHeartRadio Music Festival in Las Vegas this September. Hey, he's playing a little game. It's called the iHeart Festival. And by the way, listen for your chance to beat the clock and identify a song, title, and artist from one of the stars at this year's iHeartRadio Music Festival lineup. It's going to be going on the rest of this week and next week. And all you got to do is be the fastest to identify a song and artist. He's going to give you the cue to call, and you'll be able to get involved with that. So listen to Rover's Morning Glory each morning this week, next week. Should be listening to him every morning anyway, right here on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. You could win your way out to Vegas. How about that? Not just going to Vegas VIP style. That's the way Greek does it.
That is awesome. Rover's making it happen for you, so make sure you listen every morning. He's got a great show with a great opportunity, and Vegas is the best, and plus iHeart Festival, and then VIP. It's perfect trifecta. Make it happen, people.
So do you guys want to play a little game? I know we like games around
here.
I
love games.
Yeah, I like games too, and I like that you all can play along with us. And so this is a little trivia action, and it is celebrities. You have to match them to their birth-given names.
Okay.
I think that we're going to start. I think we're going to be pretty good in the beginning of this. So I'm going to give you their birth-given name, and then you tell me what celebrity is or what they're known as. And some are living, and some are no longer with us, deceased. Like the first one. We're going to start with something easy. Norma Jean Baker.
You want it?
Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe is correct.
That wasn't easy.
It was easy, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. This one, I don't know if you're going to get, but I know who this is because I'm a fan. Stephanie Joanne Angelina Germanotta.
Wow. I don't know.
Now, I do have, by the way, I have multiple choice. So do you want to know what the multiple choice is, or do you want to try to guess first?
It was multiple choice.
Okay. Dua Lipa, Lady Gaga, Madonna, Megan Thee Stallion.
I'll go with Dua Lipa.
And what was the birth name?
It is Stephanie Joanne Angelina Germanotta.
I'm going to say Gaga.
And Jimmy, you are correct. It is Lady Gaga.
Nice.
Yes. All right. Whose real name is Mark Sinclair?
Oof, man, I don't have no clue. We need a multiple choice.
Mark Sinclair.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Hart?
He is not
No?
correct.
Always throw out Kevin Hart.
Worth a shot.
Would you like multiple choice?
Yes.
All right. Vin Diesel, Mark Wahlberg, Bruce Willis, or Dave Bautista.
Who was the first one?
Vin Diesel.
I'm going to go Vin Diesel.
Yeah, me too. I don't know why that sounds right.
Vin Diesel is correct. His real name is Mark Sinclair.
How about that? No wonder he changed it.
Right? He doesn't.
Diesel.
Yeah. He's more a Diesel than he is a Mark Sinclair.
With the shaved head.
No, nothing wrong. Mark Sinclair's a great name, but yeah, definitely Vin Diesel, I think, suits him better. How about Eric Marlon Bishop? What's his stage name? Eric
I've heard
Marlon
this.
Bishop.
All right, go ahead. Eric Bishop.
Eric Marlon Bishop.
Multiple choice.
All right. I freakishly got it right. I just guessed.
Oh, wow.
Rick Fox, Will Smith, Snoop Dogg, Jamie Foxx.
Oh, man.
Will Smith.
A lot of foxes in there. I'm a Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx is correct. Isn't it interesting where they get where does Jamie come? You would think they would take some of the original name and put it in there, but Eric Marlon Bishop, Jamie Foxx.
Wonderful.
We have next up. These are birth given names to their name, and I think this one should be easy.
Okay.
Catherine Elizabeth Hudson. And I was actually incorrect. That's too easy. It's two in your face. Catherine Elizabeth Hudson.
Okay.
We got Kate Winslet, Kate Upton, Kate Hudson, Katy Perry.
Katy Perry.
Kate Hudson. Not that.
I know, right? It's two in your face.
Yeah.
It's Katy Perry.
I only got that because you said the other one was too easy.
Yeah, because I guessed and it was too easy. I was like, yep, that's incorrect.
Yeah.
David Robert Jones. What is his stage name? We have David Bowie, David Tennant, Davy Jones, or David Harbour.
Oh, man. A couple I don't even know of.
David Robert Jones.
Now, Davy Jones was with the Monkees. David Bowie.
David Bowie, David Tennant, or
I'll go with
David
David
Harbour.
Bowie.
I'm gonna piggyback Jimmy.
All right, Bowie is correct.
We're hot, Jimmy.
Yes. By the way, you're going to soon be able to buy a David Bowie Barbie because Mattel's coming out with one of those.
Oh,
Good to
cool.
hear.
Yes, yes.
On my Christmas list.
Whose real name is Dana Elaine Owens? Is it Lil' Kim, Foxy Brown, Missy Elliott, or Queen Latifah?
Ooh, it's one
Dana Elaine Owens.
Oh, man. It's one of the last two, I think.
What was the last, the second to the last on that list?
Missy Elliott.
Missy Elliott. I'm going to say Missy Elliott.
My God, I've heard this. I'm going to go with Queen Latifah.
G-Man is correct. It is Queen Latifah. Now, this is an interesting name. Chaim, if I'm saying that right. C-H-A-I-M. Chaim, or is it Came and the H is silent? Wits. Stage name. Gene Simmons, Billy Joel, David Lee Roth, or Art Garfunkel.
Oh, man.
You can go with Art Garfunkel.
See, I thought Art Garfunkel, that was his real name.
I guess somebody and I got it correct.
Could be.
You guessed?
Yep. Because I'm playing along with y'all.
Gene Simmons?
Gene Simmons is correct. How do you say that name?
I don't know. I know I'm hot. I'm lucky.
C-H-A-I-M.
Shame.
Shame. Shame. Maybe it's Shame. Yeah, maybe it's Shame Wits.
I'm going to play a scratch off today.
Uh-huh. Abel McConnell Tesfaye. I totally probably did. Abel McConnell Tesfaye.
Some of these names had to be changed.
Abel McConnell Tesfaye. Is that Eminem, The Weeknd, Machine Gun Kelly, or Drake?
Ooh.
I guessed again. Well, I had a good feeling about this one.
You did.
Yeah.
Machine
I
Gun
know
Kelly.
I know Eminem's real name. Right? Isn't it Marshall Mathers?
I believe so, yeah.
If that's correct, I don't know.
think so, yeah.
You think Machine Gun Kelly? How about you?
I'll go with MGK.
I'll go with Drake.
It is, in fact, The Weeknd is who it is.
Oh.
Yes.
the first
I'd heard Abel before.
It's the first one we've gotten wrong between Greeker, myself,
Yeah.
and Franny.
Yeah.
We've done
I
pretty
got
good.
the weekend correct. I did get that one right.
Oh, did
yeah,
you?
Yeah.
Oh,
I said I got that one right. Yep.
All right, hold on. We get a ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Screw that buzzer.
We're perfect.
All right, we're playing birth given name to their stage name. We have Karen Elaine Johnson.
Oh, that's Whoopi Goldberg.
Okay. I like your confidence, and you are correct already. There we go.
Nice.
Nice job. Didn't even have to give you that multiple choice.
Jimmy came in strong.
That was brought up in the news not too long ago. That's the only reason why I remember.
Okay.
The way you said it, you knew you were right.
Because you're like, she's a Karen. Nita Lee Hirschlag. Nita Lee Hirschlag. So we have Mila Kunis, Natalie Portman, Rachel Weisz, or Natalia Dyer. Don't know who Natalia Dyer is.
Who's the first one?
Mila Kunis, Natalia Portman, or Natalie Portman, Rachel Weisz, or Natalia Dyer.
I say Mila.
Mila Kunis. All right. I'm going to guess something else. G-Man, who do you have?
I'll take the third one.
Rachel Weisz?
Yeah.
I guessed Natalie Portman, and I was correct with Natalie Portman.
Oh, okay. There we go.
So with that Nita Lee.
Nita, new name.
Nita Lee. Natalie. I don't know.
Okay, it worked.
Yeah. Yep. Whose real name is Margaret Mary Emily Ann Hyra? God, her parents gave her way too many names.
Don't give her a
Margaret
American
Mary
Express card.
Margaret Mary Emily Ann Hyra.
Ooh.
I think I am going
Cher.
with somewhere here. And
Cher.
I was incorrect, but you guys can get this right, all right?
All
We
right.
have Meryl Streep, Emily Blunt, Meg Ryan, Anne Hathaway.
Ooh. I'm going to go with Meryl Streep.
What'd you call her?
Whatever.
I'm gonna say Anne Hathaway.
Meryl, whatever.
Streak.
Streep.
Wait, who cares?
Right?
We can't get her first name right. Why get her second name right?
How do we know we got her first name correct? What are you anyways, we are all incorrect. I guess Meryl Streep as well, too. It is actually Meg Ryan.
Oh,
Meg Ryan is Margaret Mary Emily Ann Hyra.
I'll have what she's having. Oh, man.
Richard Starkey is known to us as Ringo Starr.
Yes, Ringo Starr. $1,000.
$1,000. Jumping on that train, I'm clicking it. And you are correct. I got 3 more on here. You want to keep it going?
Yeah.
You've done very well.
Okay. We have, let's see here, John Roger Stevens is known to us as John Cena, John Lennon, John Legend, or Johnny Cash.
I'm pretty sure that's John Cena.
Okay.
I'm going to take Jimmy's word.
Yeah. And we are incorrect. That's actually John Legend's.
Oh, no.
Yes, John.
What did you guess?
I just clicked on the Cena. I didn't have time to think because I trusted you so much, Jimmy.
Damn it.
He sounded confident.
You sounded so confident.
I was like, yeah.
We got it incorrect. Yeah.
He had the same voice like Whoopi Goldberg.
I know.
Damn it.
I know. You sounded so confident. I was like, let's just click on Cena. But yes, that's actually John Legend. That's his name. And then we have Eileen Edwards, shall I say. Eileen Edwards. Is that Shania Twain, Ellen DeGeneres, Ella Fitzgerald, or Faith Hill?
I'm going to go with Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah. Me too.
Okay. Eileen Edwards, Ellen DeGeneres. Man, I don't know why. I want to go Shania. You guys are probably correct. And I am correct with Shania Twain.
All right.
And then 2 more here. I'm going to mess this up. Vera Chucklingham. Vera Chokelingham. Vera Chucklingham. Vera, whatever. Vera Chucklingham.
Who gives a...
Is that Priyanka Chopra?
Wow.
Taboo. Mindy Kaling or Iman Vellani?
I don't know any of those
Iman
names.
was the one who was married to David Bowie.
The model, yes.
Priyanka Chopra is an actress as well, too. She's married to a Jonas. Mindy Kaling was on The Office, and she had her own name or her own show. Taboo, I have no idea who Taboo is.
Kevin Hart.
Not a choice.
I'll take
Damn it.
Jonas Brothers' wife.
Priyanka Chopra. I'm going to take Mindy Kaling for some reason. And I am correct on Mindy Kaling.
Oh, Franny's she's pulling up the rear. You're doing great.
Pulling up the rear.
Oh, pulled it.
All right. And finally, whose real name is Reginald Kenneth Dwight? Mark Bolan, Elton John, Johnny Rotten, or Reggie Jackson? Reginald Kenneth Dwight.
I'll go with Reggie. Is that his name?
I haven't. I was thinking. I don't know of baseball players who changed their name, but I could be mistaken. No, I think Reggie Jackson was his name.
That's his birth name.
Man, I'm torn. I'm torn between Elton John and Johnny Rotten, and I'm so mad because I just watched that Pistols series about the Sex Pistols, and I wish I would have paid attention because definitely Johnny Rotten definitely is not his name.
I'm going to go with the Sex Pistols guy.
Johnny Rotten, yeah, that's why I'm going back and forth on that.
Because Elton John, I just saw that movie, and I thought his name was Elton something.
It's not Reginald Kenneth Dwight.
I don't think. Maybe.
I know. I did watch both movies. Damn it! Why don't we pay attention?
Doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
For Elton John.
All right, so Johnny Rotten. I guess that's why I'm swaying too as well. I don't know who Mark Bolan. Who's that? Help me. Anybody?
I don't know who that is.
I don't either.
And man, it was Elton John.
Oh,
and
really?
Yeah. That was Elton John.
Damn it.
Yeah, and that's it. That's what we got.
Went down that Yellow Brick Road.
Yeah.
Good job, Franny. Crushed it. Jimmy
did
did a great
too.
job, and we did over 90%.
You guys did great.
Yeah, we did very well. 877-927-6969. Do we have somebody on hold, Jimmy?
We do. We have Evan checking in with us. Evan, welcome to the Penthouse.
Everyone.
Hi, Evan.
Welcome back, Franny.
Oh, thank you, Evan. Nice to be back.
Greek, how's Jules?
You know, Evan, you're so nice to ask. I talked to her last night and told her things that I know she wants to hear. I'm healthy. I'm happy. I miss her, and I love her. So that's my job.
And tell her I said hi next time.
I will. I
Tell her
definitely
said
will.
Hi next time.
I will. I talked to her early in the morning and late at night.
That's good, man. Your mom, you got to keep your mom around, man.
Oh, yeah. Believe me, she's been the best. I've been blessed. I know you've been listening for years. I lost my dad about 5 years ago. And, I'm never too busy to call her twice a day.
Good deal. Good boy. Listen, I watched The Captain. I told you I'd call you back on that.
Yeah.
Did you get to see it?
I did watch it last night. I stopped over a buddy of mine's house, and it was very unique and a lot of things that I did not know. It was good. My man, I'm waiting for Thursday night, but it was very unique and how he struggled in the minor leagues a little. So that was interesting.
Yeah, basically, that was well known. When I watched it, it was like the foundation. Always the first episode is the foundation they built from that.
Mm-hmm.
But being a Spike Lee joint, I expected it to be, not so vanilla. It was just too basic for me. It was almost like every documentary, but I know it's going to build up. Because like the end, how it's building up to where the Yankees start going to their championships, So then that's when all the turmoil is going to start. But to me, I thought it was pretty basic.
Yeah, I mean, it was, like you said, it's the beginning. I mean, but it is an amazing story where he came from, that small town in Michigan, and how he had a dream to be a shortstop for the Yankees, and it worked out. I mean, you hear it, it's crazy. It's like, and nobody, and you hear this from a lot of people, took away his dream. And you hear that from a lot of successful people. Like, if you have a dream, don't let anybody tell you can't do it. And if you do, you're being foolish. And he even said that. He goes, and people would come up to me, and then he used a little profanity, but he had a strong belief. Good parents, which is always a great foundation, and he was a very good ball player and the work and all that. But I mean, he got lucky getting picked by the Yankees. He really did. His life might have been totally different.
Well, right. Well, that the general manager of Houston wanted him so bad that Houston didn't pick him, so he quit.
Yeah,
he just goes, if these guys don't know anything like that, so he just quit. And I didn't know about that. That was pretty cool. The
Steinbrenner thing was a big part of it. I mean, Steinbrenner was there. He would have maybe got picked, but they would have traded him because Steinbrenner could not wait. They said that, and that's G. Michael made that dynasty. He doesn't get any credit.
But the thing about a Steinbrenner and Derek Jeter, he did not want to know the reason why Steinbrenner and Winfield fought all the time.
Mm-hmm.
What the problem was.
Yeah,
you know the story behind that. I don't know.
Yeah, it was a very unique story. I mean, it's a little bit tough to get on the radio, but it was both ends were a little bit. Winfield said he wasn't getting paid certain money, and Steinbrenner did that. And Steinbrenner was lucky his career ended the way it did because it was bad, obviously during that time, and then he finished being beloved by everybody. But at that time, people didn't like him.
Well, it was up and down. The Yankee fans liked him. With the Billy, remember the Billy thing on and off, all that. It was entertainment. Steinbrenner was out there for entertainment.
Yeah, and he wanted,
I think that was the thing. And ego. ego and entertainment.
And he wanted to win. You can't say, because before he came in 76, whenever he bought the Yankees, they didn't win. Or 72, whenever he bought them. They were losers for a long time.
Like $10 million.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, he was in, I think he was a shipbuilder originally.
Yeah, in Tampa. All right, guys, I'll talk to you Friday and after the Thursday night episode.
All right, buddy. Sounds good. Thanks for your input. Always appreciate you listening, Evan. Thank you. And thanks for saying hi to Jules. It is the Penthouse, and it is a Wednesday.
And coming up on the other side of this short break, you've got another chance at $1,000. Get that keyword. Go to realradio921.com. Little pop-up window will come up for you. Just enter the keyword right there, and you'll be in the running for $1,000. And if you get a phone call in the next hour or so, especially if it's from a 513 area code and it says unknown caller, pick that up, because that could be us letting you know that you just won $1,000. Come on, we want a winner.
Yes, we definitely do. We got some Florida stories coming up. What do we have, Francis?
Yes, we do. We have somebody who broke in a bar it's a theme park area because he wanted to make himself a cocktail. A very expensive cocktail, mind you. I'll let you know details on that. And then we also have a Mother of the Year nomination for 2022. I will give you all those stories and more coming up in your What the Florida on Real Radio 92.1.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Your shot at $1,000 is coming up in just a few minutes. It's the Inflation Vacation on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7, presented by the Glass Chamber.
Sure is a hot one on this Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Zach Covey with CBS 12 News. Dry air and African dust creating those hazy, sunny skies we're dealing with. Very limited chance of rain, less than a 10% shot across the area. High temperatures anywhere from 90 to 95, feeling more like 99 to 103.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's Hot and Crispy Fries. Wendy's knows everyone hates cold and soggy fries, so they changed theirs to serve them up hot and crispy all day, every day, using only natural cut skin-on fries, prepared to golden goodness and perfectly sprinkled with sea salt. Try Wendy's Hot and Crispy Fries today at participating U.S. Wendy's.
Injured? Hire America's largest injury firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep the facility running, no matter the weather or supply chain hiccup. But we get you, Raymond in Buffalo, and Maria in Miami, Jules in Minneapolis, and Stan in Central Indiana, taking control of everything that's under your control. At Grainger, we're here for you with experienced branch staff at over 250 locations, so you get the product you're looking for. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Welcome to the Everyday Hotel. You'll be on the second floor, and your other room will be on the 14th.
Wait, we asked for connecting rooms? These are 12 floors apart.
We tried, ma'am, but technically they're only 11 floors apart. We don't have a 13th floor.
We can't be 11 floors away from our kids.
I don't see a problem.
Stuart!
When you want separate rooms, but not that separate, it matters where you stay. Only Hilton offers confirmed connecting rooms at the time of booking. Hilton, for the stay.
Almost 3 million people use Navage to breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier. I'm Martin Hoke, and I invented Navage, the world's only nose cleaner that helps flush out airborne germs with powered suction. But what do doctors have to say about Navage? Here's Dr. Tonya Farmer, a board-certified ear, nose, and throat specialist.
Most airborne allergens and viruses enter through your nose. When that happens, it can cause congestion and irritation, and that just makes you feel miserable. You can get a cold, you can get flu, sinus infections, or even worse. Flushing your nose with a saline solution is the most effective way to flush all of those dangerous threats out of your nose. So now when patients come in my office, I tell them I highly recommend that you use Navage on a daily basis for overall good health and wellness.
And Navage is all natural and drug-free at Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, and Target. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Did you know audio memory lasts 6 times longer than visual memory? That's why businesses advertise with iHeartMedia, the #1 audio company in the country. Reach consumers with radio, podcasting, streaming, and more. Make your business a household name and visit iHeartAdvertising.com or call 844-BUY-RADIO. Grow your reach, grow your business. Call iHeartMedia today. Visit iHeartAdvertising.com or call 844-BUY-RADIO.
At Rack Electric, our slogan is, we've got the power. And we really do. Volume buying power allows us to stock hundreds of Generac whole house generators and pass the savings on to you. It's going to be a very active hurricane season, so get the power at rackelectric.com.
Staples has everything for school at great prices. So this year you won't go back to school. You'll be ready to move forward and master 5th grade math.
I can't do this. It's impossible.
Not you, Dad, your daughter. Staples will help her move forward.
Right.
Right now, Staples comp books and number 2 pencils are just 50 cents each. Plus, 2 pocket paper folders are only 25 cents each. Everything on your list at amazing prices. Staples, we're not going back. We're going forward to school. Ends 8/27 in store only, limit 30.
You could save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, but when we just come out and say it, it feels like it falls a bit flat. So instead, we're going to hire a professional voice actor and pay him absurd amounts of money to say,
I like this product.
Not sure why that was better. I mean, I'm a professional too, but we didn't pay him to say the business part, so back to me. Save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive. Sorry, I know hearing me say it was a bit of a letdown. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discount not available in all states or situations.
There's a reason Comcast Business powers more businesses than any other provider. Actually, there's a few. Comcast Business offers the fastest, reliable network, the peace of mind that comes with Security Edge, helping to protect all your connected devices, and the most reliable 5G mobile network. Want me to keep going? I can. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Technology solutions that put you ahead and give you serious savings. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with internet for $30 a month with no annual contract required. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Call or go online today to learn more. Offer ends 8/28/2022. Restrictions apply. Enrollment in EcoBill and AutoPay required. New Comcast Business 50 megabits per second internet customers only. Equipment, installation, taxes, and other fees extra and subject to change. Comcast Business Mobile utilizes the network with the most RootMetrics 5G data reliability wins in 2H 2021. Results may vary. Award is not an endorsement.
Looking for a reputable HVAC service provider? 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating of Pompano Beach provides a high level of service and value to our clients. To learn more, visit onehourairpompano.com or call 855-1HOUR.
Welcome to the Everyday Hotel. You'll be on the 2nd floor and your other room will be on the 14th.
Wait, we asked for connecting rooms? These are 12 floors apart.
We tried, ma'am, but technically they're only 11 floors apart. We don't have a 13th floor.
We can't be 11 floors away from our kids.
I don't see a problem.
Stuart!
When you want separate rooms, but not that separate, it matters where you stay. Only Hilton offers confirmed connecting rooms at the time of booking. Hilton, for the stay.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
This report is streamed live on our iHeartRadio app. Download it now.
West Palm Beach, avoid Belvedere Road. Belvedere is closed westbound from Australian to Florida Mango Road. This is shut down completely due to an accident. While you're out, make sure that you slow down for pedestrians. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Lowe's MVP's bonus days are here. Pro members can earn bonus points to redeem for rewards, and for 12 days you can earn points on every dollar spent up to $1,000. MVP's Pro Rewards program subject to program terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/L/pro loyalty terms. Subject to change.
This is WZZR FM, West Palm Beach, Real Radio 92.1, powered by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Been in an accident? Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. And 1017. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in The Penthouse on a Wednesday. Thank you so much for listening to Real Radio all the time. You guys are the best. Thanks for listening. Can't appreciate you guys even more every day. Jimmy's here.
Hello and good afternoon.
And Francis is here.
Hey, what's up?
And we got some Florida stories coming at you. Hopefully you're not in them if they're not good.
Florida.
Florida.
Did you say
Florida?
I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
Yeah, so we have one of our first nominees for Mother of the Year of 2022, and this goes to a mom who left her children in the car while she decided she needed to go and play poker. Looks like this 33-year-old woman, Isis Simmons, appeared in Broward County Court this past Tuesday after leaving her 3 kids, and they're young kids, ages 4, 10, and 12, in the car, and reports are saying without the car running. So they say overnight, cops did find the kids at the car at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino around 3:30 a.m. in the parking garage, at that Lucky Street parking garage. And then they waited, obviously, for her to show up. And she showed up, they say, just after 4 a.m. Officer said, as I mentioned, the vehicle was not running. When she went to her car, she was automatically arrested because police were just waiting on her and making sure that those kiddos were okay. I guess they said that she was there playing poker for about 3.5 hours while her children were left alone.
What are you thinking?
She is now facing 3 counts of child neglect, and a judge has also issued a no contact order with her children, and they're in the care of the Florida Department of Children and Families right now. So, yeah, what are you thinking is definitely correct. I'm assuming she wasn't, or she just
Didn't care.
didn't care, yeah.
Probably not the first time.
I want to make some money.
Or
lose
lose
money.
lose money.
Or lose money.
Now she lost a lot more.
Yeah, and then we have a Hialeah police officer who may lose his job. We don't know. This is under investigation. Jorge Garcia, I guess, it was in a video that was posted on social media, which is so silly to me. Either your friends suck or you're dumb, because
one or the other.
Yeah, because he's driving, he's behind the wheel, and he's chugging out of a Jack Daniel's fire bottle. So yes, he was on vacation. He was not on the job, but they're investigating this whole thing. The Hialeah Police Department Professional Compliance Bureau have an investigation into his alleged actions. They say him with several others were captured on camera in a moving vehicle, having a good old time, singing along to the songs on the radio and drinking from that bottle of Jack. They say that this was posted on social media over a year ago, but somebody just contacted the Hialeah Police Department and were like, hey, did you see this? Because isn't this one of your guys? So we will see what happens. They say it's unclear how long the investigation will last or if he will even lose his job. They're not sure yet. I don't think he will lose just because maybe he wasn't on the clock, but maybe suspension.
Yeah, I would think at least a suspension. You know.
By the way, they say more than one person sent the video to the Hialeah Police Department.
Oh, so he's got a couple
He's
guys.
got some people who don't like him.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Uh-huh. Yep. And then also in your What the Florida, we have, and by the way, if you go to realradio921.com, we got a lot of these stories up there if you've not seen them yet. We have a man who broke into Volcano Bay. And the reason why is because he was thirsty. So there was a restaurant there in Volcano Bay, which is one of the Universal water parks, Universal Studios up there in Orlando. This guy, I guess, broke into Krakatoa Katie's, which is the bar there, and there's surveillance video.
I got it. I'll get my own.
Yeah. So the bar's...
He leaves the tip.
Yeah, the bar's been closed.
To myself.
Yeah, they see him going behind the counter, pouring himself a drink.
It's okay. I'm drunk. Doesn't hurt.
Well, I guess when he went inside... broke in, it locked behind him. So somehow, some way, he gets in, but the door's locked behind him. And he was like, oh, damn it.
I'm mad now.
So he starts slamming his shoulder to the door, you know, that move, trying to bust the thing wide open. And he does. He eventually, the guy was powerful enough to do so. So then he gets out, and the claims are that he eventually goes up to security, like later on. And he's like, he said he lost something. And they're like, hey, you look like the same guy that they're having us look out for, that broke into one of our bars.
Is it you?
Yeah, definitely was him. So dude gets arrested, but I was just shocked to hear how much, like, the damages with the doors was like $1,700 with the locks, and also the drink that he made, they say was worth $50. So
probably a double.
That guy, triple. I don't know. It is a park drink, so yeah. I don't know. But yeah, $50 drink. So yeah, dude got arrested. And then finally, this is a crazy story. A place that I'm missing, and I'm going to be missing for a couple weeks, is the gym. I can't go, unfortunately, but this happened at a gym, so I'm not going to be missing this part of it. There is a really crazy story, and they're trying to find this person. So it's an employee, so it's not going to be hard to find him. It's not like it was a rando. Police are looking in a Miami area for a South Florida employee who got in an altercation with one of the patrons there. And man, this did not turn out well. And it happened a couple weeks ago, but they're still trying to find this guy. They said there was some sort of verbal altercation between the patron and the employee. The altercation then turned physical when the suspect started using a metal bar. He picked up one of the metal bars and started smashing the victim's head.
Jeez.
Oh my God, right? So he was an LA Fitness employee. They say the injuries were severe. Luckily, there were several gym members who were there to use towels to cover his head and his injuries and stop the bleeding. But clearly, gym goers were shocked about this whole thing and watching this go down. And so they are still looking. Medics did take the victim to the Aventura Hospital. They say he will be okay. And I'm sure the management and everybody there are trying to help find this guy. But yeah, very, very crazy incident and something you do not want to see when you're at the gym.
No, you don't want to see that anywhere.
No. And that is your What the Florida.
And he's an employee for them, and they still can't find him.
Well, I mean, the guy's probably, it doesn't matter. He's probably hiding. Yeah.
That's sad when you're doing that. Man, those crazy stories, Florida stories, we have them twice a show, 11:05 and 12:05, 11:05 and 1:05. We're going to come back with, Jimmy's got a story about the champ and money and Rolls Royces. They all go together. We'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
Got something to say? Text us at 47142. Start your message with Real Radio. Standard data and message rates apply, and don't text while driving.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
Sure is a hot one on this Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Zach Tovey with CBS 12 News. Dry air and African dust creating those hazy, sunny skies we're dealing with. Very limited chance of rain, less than a 10% shot across the area. High temperatures anywhere from 90 to 95, feeling more like 99 to 103.
This report is sponsored by the Truth with Lisa Booth podcast.
Governor Kim Reynolds kept Iowa free during the height of COVID. Get to know Governor Kim Reynolds better on The Truth with Lisa Booth. And make sure to listen to The Truth with Lisa Booth every Monday and Thursday and all throughout the week on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep the facility running, no matter the weather or supply chain hiccup. But we get you, Raymond in Buffalo, and Maria in Miami, Jules in Minneapolis, and Stan in Central Indiana, taking control of everything that's under your control. At Grainger, we're here for you with experienced branch staff at over 250 locations so you get the product you're looking for. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Welcome to the Everyday Hotel. You'll be on the second floor, and your other room will be on the 14th.
Wait, we asked for connecting rooms? These are 12 floors apart.
We tried, ma'am, but technically they're only 11 floors apart. We don't have a 13th floor.
We can't be 11 floors away from our kids.
I don't see a problem.
Stuart!
When you want separate rooms, but not that separate, it matters where you stay. Only Hilton offers confirmed connecting rooms at the time of booking. Hilton, for the stay.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
All these moves by the Federal Reserve have caused the great unwind, and I want to make sure you don't get caught in the crosshairs. I'm Mark Moss, each week discussing the decentralized revolution. So join the Mark Moss Show on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
There's a reason Comcast Business powers more businesses than any other provider. Actually, there's a few. Comcast Business offers the fastest, reliable network, the peace of mind that comes with Security Edge, helping to protect all your connected devices, and the most reliable 5G mobile network. Want me to keep going? I can. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Technology solutions that put you ahead and give you serious savings. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with internet for $30 a month with no annual contract required. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Call or go online today to learn more. Offer ends 8/28/2022. Restrictions apply. Enrollment in EcoBill and autopay required. New Comcast Business 50 megabits per second internet customers only. Equipment, installation, taxes, and other fees extra and subject to change. Comcast Business Mobile utilizes the network with the most RootMetrics 5G data reliability wins in 2H 2021. Results may vary. Award is not an endorsement.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window, and we would like to manufacture and install your windows. Every single New South window is custom manufactured just for your home. Now you can buy 2 windows and get the third absolutely free. Visit us at newsouthwindow.com or call for your factory direct pricing.
Call now, 1-800-NEW-WINDOWS.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
But do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Susan, I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic is terrible.
It sure is. But on top of that, gas prices have been skyrocketing. I can't believe how expensive gas has gotten recently.
Prices at the pump are up, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
And does that actually add up to anything?
I've made around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code GOLD for a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's promo code GOLD. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code GOLD for a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's code GOLD for a $5 bonus.
If you ever need our help, we're just a call away. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
From the Racetrack Traffic Center.
West Palm Beach, avoid Belvedere Road. Belvedere is closed westbound from Australian to Florida Mango Road. This is shut down completely due to an accident. While you're out, make sure that you slow down for pedestrians. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's Hot and Crispy Fries. Wendy's knows everyone hates cold and soggy fries, so they changed theirs to serve them up hot and crispy all day, every day, using only natural cut skin-on fries, prepared to golden goodness and perfectly sprinkled with sea salt. Try Wendy's Hot and Crispy Fries today at participating U.S. Wendy's.
What can you hear on the free iHeartRadio app? Well, let's do it. Everything. Tap radio to listen to live radio stations from across the country and around the world. Need a playlist to fit your mood or set the mood? We got them, from working out to chilling out and everything in between. And nobody has more podcasts than the free iHeartRadio app. Uncover unbelievable truth.
101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse on a Wednesday. Thank you always for listening to the program. And you guys are really the best for listening to Real Radio. After us, it's the News Junkie and then the Greek Zone from 6 to 7, sports and gambling. Jimmy, good afternoon.
Hello and good afternoon.
And Francis is here.
Hi, happy Wednesday.
Well, I saw something here that's going to pique Greek's interest because Floyd Mayweather Jr. just recently bought a new Rolls Royce. I don't think this is too out of the ordinary. $345,000 for a Rolls. That doesn't seem too bad, right? Apparently has a mink interior.
Ooh.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But
That's fancy.
something was missing, though, for Mr. Mayweather because, of course, for those that don't know, Floyd has a grandson who's about a year and a half old. So, he needed a car seat, right?
Yeah.
So, of course, you just can't hit up Walmart or Target for something to go in a Rolls. So he got his car tricked out with a mink-lined car seat for his kid.
How much is that?
Cantrell Jr.
Sounds soft.
Stitched in yellow. It was actually beautiful. I saw a picture of it. By the way, the cost of that car seat, $18,000.
Chump change to him.
Well,
It is, really.
Yeah, it's nothing. Now, I wonder if he's going to go to McDonald's and with the Rolls Royce with all the mink in it, because he's been known to go to McDonald's in the middle of the night and his other cars, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and go to the window. You got to be careful now, Floyd. You got the mink in there. You don't want to stain it.
Don't spill that Happy Meal, kid.
That's right. $18,000.
Yeah, and toddlers, kids, I mean, they are messy.
Oh, yeah. Grown-ups are messy.
There's going to be Cheerios all over that thing.
Oh, yeah.
And, it is. But listen, if you have that kind of
cash,
screw you kind of money that he does.
Oh, yes.
I'm not surprised.
$50 that kid rides in that thing once, and that'll be it.
That'll be it. That'll be like, I'm good. I don't want to do it anymore, Grandpa. He probably calls him Champ, not Grandpa.
Sure.
I would think that. 877-927-6969.
Want to take a phone call?
Sure.
We got Joe on the line. Joe, welcome to the Penthouse.
Hey, guys. Great show as usual. Thank you for taking my call.
Thanks for calling, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Francis, would you mind if I give you a compliment?
I love a compliment. Go right ahead.
Okay. Now, I know you were out for a few days. Don't want to know why. I'm just saying yesterday when you came back, Greek will probably understand this. You sounded a little mushada, like, you weren't all there. You weren't all yourself. That's probably because whatever you went through took a lot out of you. But today, you sound 80% better. You sound like yourself. And I just wanted to say, I'm glad you're making an improvement and you sound a lot better.
Thank you.
Thank you. Every day I'm getting better and I do appreciate it. And yesterday I was a little mushad. Am I allowed to say that? Is that okay?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a bad word or not.
That's not a bad word at all.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling myself. Still not 100%, but I'm definitely feeling better. So thank you.
It's a word Jules uses all the time, my mother.
Hi, guys.
It means I'm sad.
Thank you for taking my call. You guys have a great day.
You too, Joe. Start the bone.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's not a bad word. It means like
Okay.
you're sad or you have,
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I'm not cursing in Italian.
No. I would never.
Okay.
No. She said it to
only
me.
I do that.
Yeah. She said it to me the other night on the phone. Gee, you sound a little mushad. I said, no, I'm fine. It's 12:30. I'm a little petered out, and I'm starting to get her habit that she has. Anytime I call her, she always tells me she's up, and then when somebody calls me, I'm always saying something. Oh, I'm up, even if I'm not up. 877-927-6969. Floyd Mayweather spent $18,000 on a baby seat for his car. What's something you've done that's crazy? Amount of money that you spent that you think of, wow, that was a lot of money. What a waste. And what was I thinking? I think as you get older, not millionaires, but I think you start making better decisions about money. When you're younger, we've all made some bad ones.
Oh, so we kind of suck here. I guess and this is how bad we don't know Elton John, because when we were talking, I was doing celebrities' birth given names too, what their stage name is. And I guess Elton John's album, one of his albums, they text us at 47142, was called Reg Strikes Back because we were saying his real name is Reginald something.
Yeah, but if you're not a fan, how would you know that?
Well, I know, and that's what I'm saying, but I figured maybe one of us would have known. I don't know. But yes, clearly we did not. So he actually has an album named after his real birth given name. Yeah. So Taboo was another person we did not know when we were talking about the names. And Taboo, I guess, is from the band The Black Eyed Peas. So thank you very much. You guys are very good at this, better than we are. And then we also have Brett from Melbourne listening on the iHeartRadio app. Says, hi, Franny, Greek, and Jimothy. Glad you're back, Franny. Hope you're healing up. And it says, you guys mentioned today is Lollipop Day.
Yes.
They said the lollipop story I remember is from Johnny C., who's our former host of the Penthouse, when he went on his first date with his now wife. He said he has something for her to suck on. Of course, he was referring to a lollipop. Thanks for the great shows. Can't wait for WWGD. Money is on the dresser.
And it worked.
It did. Well, I think in the beginning she kind of went for the door because it was in the car.
And it was locked.
And it was, of course it was. And then he pulled out the lollipop and she was like, ooh, that's cute. She was like, get me out. Who is this? Weirdo. And now they're married and have a beautiful daughter. So
You hear a lot of stories about that. Sometimes first dates don't start well. And then, you know what? They're in love the rest of their lives. You never know with somebody. Love's a strange game. It's different for every single person. I just met somebody who lives in my building, and he got engaged to a girl. He's on the first floor. She's on the fourth floor, and they knew each other for 3 years, never said hi to each other. And then all of a sudden they said hi to each other about a year ago, and now they're getting engaged.
Well, at least it won't be a long move.
That's what I said. And it was all because they had dogs. So they started talking, and that broke the ice. She had a dog, he had a dog. So you never know where you're going to find love out there, people. You just don't know. WWGD is coming up. That's on the other side of the break. We got a trifecta. You still got chances to win $1,000 on Real Radio. Take the keyword and run.
Yes, do it. We want some winners. Let's get some winners. I know, listen, there's been a few out there in our listening area. There's Michelle from Boynton, Greg from Fort Pierce, Sharon and Jack have won, and we want to say your name, and we want to be like they represent us here on Real Radio.
So you got about another half hour to go to realradio921.com and put in the word money, MONEY. That is this hour's keyword, money, MONEY. Go to realradio921.com. A little pop-up will come right up for you. You enter it right there, and that's it. You got another half hour or so, and you could be in a run, and you could win $1,000.
Thank you, Jimmy. That's the way you guys do it. Make it happen. We're coming back with a trifecta and then some WWGD in the Penthouse on a Wednesday. Peace.
We're still your at-work station, even if your work happens to be on the kitchen table. Bed. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
Sure is a hot one on this Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Zach Kobe with CBS 12 News. Dry air and African dust creating those hazy, sunny skies we're dealing with. Very limited chance of rain, less than a 10% shot across the area. High temperatures anywhere from 90 to 95, feeling more like 99 to 103.
This report is sponsored by the Mark Moss Show podcast.
All these moves by the Federal Reserve have caused the great unwind, and I want to make sure you don't get caught in the crosshairs. I'm Mark Moss, each week discussing the decentralized revolution. So join the Mark Moss Show on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
If you've been involved in a slip and fall accident and are not sure of your legal options, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 and take back control of your life.
Office in West Palm Beach.
Small business owners sometimes go broke. My first business startup in the 80s was a fledgling startup story. Credit cards were maxed, car had bald tires, house had broken windows, and my employees got paid before I did. But my diet of hot dogs and mac and cheese was to die for. Hi, I'm Mike Capel, founder and CEO of Patriot Software. My business startup was messy. Actually, I was broke. My wife and I lived on fumes for 4 years. To escape our financial reality, we played board games and dreamt of someday owning our own boardwalk and park place. That's why I created my 5th successful company, Patriot Software, to help small business owners do their payroll without going broke. And if you need help, we will help you for free. Go to patriotsoftware.com and enter promo code RADIO, and I'll give you 2 months of payroll processing free. That's patriotsoftware.com.
From the hosts of the hit podcast Root of Evil and the creators of Atlanta Monster and Up and Vanished comes your newest true crime podcast obsession, Facing Evil. Each week, explore a new crime that deeply resonates with all of us.
This case hits home for me because I am an openly gay woman. But to be quite honest, I think I would have come out much sooner in life if Matthew hadn't been killed.
Listen to Facing Evil on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Staples has everything for school at great prices. So this year you won't go back to school. You'll be ready to move forward and build that papier-mâché volcano.
I am not cleaning this up.
Ooh, yeah, I meant the kids. Staples will help them move forward. Right now, Crayola 10-count markers and 12-count colored pencils are just 99 cents each, and Staples 1-subject notebooks are only 35 cents. Everything on your list at amazing prices. Staples, we're not going back. We're going forward to school. Ends 8/27 in-store only, limit 30.
When you bundle your renters and auto insurance with Progressive, you could save money, but it doesn't cover any terrible memories living rent-free in your head.
You remember that time you were singing in the shower, and then you heard a knock on the wall, and then you realized that your bathroom shared a wall with your neighbor's bedroom, and all you could do was stand there silently, thinking about all the other things they may have heard in the 4 years you've lived there? Yeah, good times.
Sorry, we can't save you from that memory, but we could save you money bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Renters insurance and bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Welcome to the Everyday Hotel. You'll be on the 2nd floor and your other room will be on the 14th.
Wait, we asked for connecting rooms? These are 12 floors apart.
We tried, ma'am, but technically they're only 11 floors apart. We don't have a 13th floor.
We can't be 11 floors away from our kids.
I don't see a problem.
Stuart!
When you want separate rooms, but not that separate, it matters where you stay. Only Hilton offers confirmed connecting rooms at the time of booking. Hilton, for the stay.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And now you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial. ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
Republicans need strong leaders in Congress to take on Joe Biden and stop his radical socialist Green New Deal agenda. And it's not Brian Mast. Mast backed Biden on critical race theory in the military, and Mast backed Biden on taxpayer-paid sex change operations. Brian Mast backs red flag gun confiscation and banning your AR-15. Jeff Bongiorno for Congress. Jeff Bongiorno. Jeff Bongiorno says it's time to stop Biden now. Listen to Jeff Bongiorno.
I'm Jeff Bongiorno, Republican for Congress. Brian Mast is too moderate, too weak, and too woke to defend our values. Brian Mast won't fight for what we believe. I will. I'm Jeff Bongiorno. I approve this message and ask for your vote against Brian Mast. Let's take our country back.
Bongiorno. Jeff Bongiorno. Jeff Bongiorno for Congress. It's time to take a stand. It's time to fight back. Paid for by Jeff Bongiorno for Congress. JeffBongiorno.com.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
This report is streamed live on our iHeartRadio app. Download it now.
Expect delays traveling 95 through Boca Raton. It's an accident 95 south right before Yamato, taking up 2 left lanes. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by the Mark Moss Show podcast.
All these moves by the Federal Reserve have caused the great unwind, and I want you get your podcasts.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Francis
O'Brien Brown should be called the weather because she is so hot.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Always appreciate the talkbacks from you guys. You're doing a great job. It is The Penthouse on a Wednesday. Good afternoon, Jimmy.
Hello and good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Francis.
Hi, good afternoon.
Is that we have to address you now going forward? All three names?
The weather?
All three names.
It's time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Creek's Trifecta.
Francis. Yeah. Brown.
What'd you say? What was that for?
Hot.
You did a good job.
Did you say Umier?
I emphasized you.
Tom Brady's got a movie come out where 4 women travel to a Super Bowl, but he's saying recently it is tough to play himself. He's in the movie, he's playing himself, and he says it's a little challenging that he has to play himself, and he wanted to make sure he does it 100% right.
Interesting.
Yeah, now Gronk's going to be in there. I know Edelman's there, and Mendola, the couple of receivers, they're all going to be in this movie. I don't know when this is going to come out. I think that I heard around the holidays. Could be mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, that sounds interesting, right? It's hard to play myself. You would think it would probably be easier than any other character you would have to play. But my personal opinion, Gronk is not a great actor.
Yeah.
And I just say that off of what I've seen from the Subway commercials, if you've seen them. Yeah. So I'm curious to see how he does.
I mean, I guess for everybody, it's different roles that they have to play. Speaking of Subway, I mean, they are just spending so much. Now they got Barkley and Tony Romo doing commercials for them.
Yeah.
They are just lighting it
I'm
up.
like, tuna fish what? I don't know what you're talking about. Look at these celebrities instead.
You're right. I
Yeah.
mean, they have everybody. And now I just saw the new ads. They said they're starting with Romo and Barkley. And I saw them this week. I'm like, man, they are just opening the bank. So I'm sure Brady will be tough on himself critiquing it. But he said it's a little challenging for him to portray himself. Last night was the All-Star game in baseball. So there's no sports today. One of the only days of the year where there's absolutely zip going on. Last night was the All-Star game, and the National League lost again to the American League. American League 9 in a row. If you like trends, that was the trend. They won 3-2. Giancarlo Stanton for New York Yankees was the MVP. Jimmy's got a little audio.
That ball is hammered to left center field. Goodbye. 2-run shot. Tie game. Right up to where he used to sit as a kid coming to games here at Dodger Stadium.
I'd always sit in left field, come and try to scalp tickets, whatever we could afford, and sit out there in left field, and to be playing left field and hit one out there is incredible for me.
That's a great story. So cool. And former President Trump told all the golfers to take the money from the LIV tournament. Golf has got so much talked about in the last 2 months because this whole LIV and the millions of dollars they're throwing at them and the jets they're giving these guys and the way they're treating them. And everybody has an opinion. Tiger Woods says, no, you're being a sellout and you don't go to the LIV. But again, like I said, everybody's got an opinion. Some people say go where the money is, and the money they're throwing at these guys is crazy. But they're getting every day, they're getting new golfers to join the LIV. So we'll see where this finally ends up. PGA might have to make some changes. And that is your last trifecta of the day. Peace.
So his last trifecta means, and only on a Wednesday, unless something happens, that
means
porn. How did you know? That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yes. Yes.
No, we actually, on Wednesdays at this time, is something that we like to do where you email us. That's at jimmy@realradio921.com. And what you're emailing, well, you are seeking the advice of Greek. It can be about relationships, work, gambling, whatever it is you think the right person to go to is the G-Man. Of course, you're going to get Jimmy's 2 cents and possibly mine as well. This is something we do on a Wednesday called WWGD. What would Greek do?
Get ready for WWGD. What would Greek do?
Yes.
Well, I put it this way.
The whole thing fell.
We're in here first, so we got dupes.
Can you believe people ask this guy for advice?
Male skimpy bathing suit.
Speedo.
Slang term.
Banana maggot?
I mean, really?
I love you, buddy. You're like a salmon out of water. Dead.
Seriously?
But they do say.
You're spelling business with one B?
It's
Only one.
WWGD.
Only one.
All right. So let's start with John, who writes in. So John says his girlfriend and him, they've been getting along. That's good. I'm glad.
All right.
But this is weird. Kind of caught out of nowhere. He said she wants to take a break. And she gave him a time limit for a month. No contact at all. So this is interesting. I want to go with the theory and get us back, or go with it, I guess, and get us back on track. Problem is, she does not believe. Oh, here we go. I want to go to therapy and get us back on track. The problem is that she does not believe in therapy. And I think a month apart will end the relationship, and I really do love her. So I have so many questions. So things are, okay, him and his girlfriend, okay. I have to read, sometimes these emails aren't written very well. So him and his girlfriend not getting along super well. I said that wrong. So let's backtrack. Not getting along super well. She wants to take a break. No contact whatsoever. So he wants to go to therapy. She's saying no, and it's because she doesn't believe in it. Now he thinks that a month apart is going to end the relationship, and he really does love her. G-Man, how should he handle this? What would Greek do?
You can't make somebody stay. I mean, you just can't. If she doesn't want to stay and she wants a month, that's probably just her way of being nice and saying it's over. A month apart is not, I don't think that's good. I think you got to work out your problems. You work them out together, and you try, and if she doesn't want to go to therapy, she doesn't care. I mean, that's the bottom line. I mean, if you care a little bit about something, you go to therapy. People say they don't believe in it. That's fine, but it's a relationship, and you got to go 50-50 sometimes. Yeah, I don't think it's a good shot for him, to be honest with you. I mean, he could hang out. Maybe he doesn't talk to her for a while, and maybe she misses him. That could happen too. But it sounds to me like she's pretty much moving on, or just trying to maybe experience something else and trying to be nice. Maybe she's trying to be nice and saying, give me a month. But the month's a long time to be away from somebody. You don't know how he'll feel either. A month from now, he might not feel the same way. But I don't think it's good for him, to be honest with you right now. I don't think it's good. I would let her do what she wants and just step away. The more you push at her, the more she's going to go away. That's like everybody.
All right, so I'm confused. So let her take that month off or go to therapy? I thought you were saying go to therapy.
No.
But she doesn't want to.
She doesn't want to, so he can't go. So he's got to let her go. Just let her go and see what happens in a month. And maybe after 3 weeks, she'll miss him. But I think the more he comes at her, the more she's going to run. That's just human nature with people.
Okay. Jimmy, you want to add anything?
Well, John, I hate to break this to you. I don't think it's going nearly as well as you thought it was. I think she's already checked out. Greek's right. She's gone more than likely. So the only thing you can do at this point is, like Greek says, let her go, see what happens. If she comes back and you can still work on it together, maybe then you talk about therapy. But at this point, if she's asking for that, I don't think she's asking. She's telling you that she's checked out for her already. So I hate to say it to you, buddy. I really do. Sorry about that. That's my opinion on it. Franny, what do you think?
Yeah. I mean, the whole no contact for a month, I feel like she's probably going to be living her own life, doing what she wants to do, and probably trying to see if grass is greener on the other side.
Unless there's a piece we're missing here or something.
Yeah.
I mean, for somebody that's just in a relationship that is allegedly going well and all of a sudden says, hey, you know what? Let's just no contact for a month, unless there's...
It's not going well. I had to retrack and go and kind of dissect the email.
Oh.
So things were, so it's not going well.
Oh, it's not going well.
No, it's not. It's not going well.
There you go. There's your answer.
Yeah. A month off, no talking, no contact, whatever. If you really do love her, let her have that month.
Yeah.
And do your own thing.
She might surprise him and call him.
I'm not saying go and date and stuff. Go have fun with your friends. Have a good time.
Go bang hookers.
Whatever it is. Just, she wants the break. You don't.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you do something, she can come back at you and get mad about it.
Oh, no. Mm-hmm. Well, not if you're on a break.
Yeah, but I understand he probably doesn't want to because he does love her.
Make pretty good money, John? Just curious.
Got a cute producer over here with the mustache that's interested.
Can you buy me a car seat for 18 times?
Mm-hmm. You can do that. I'm in.
I'm in.
Yeah, John, I know it sucks, but as G-Man mentioned, you can't force anybody into going to therapy if they don't want to.
Nope.
Just kind of give her what she wants, and if it's meant to be, then you guys will hopefully get back together after that month. If not, then you know where you stand, and that's not with your girlfriends. So, sorry you're going through this. Next up, we have Ryan, and Ryan found out that one of his good buddies, his girl is cheating. She's seeing someone else, and he feels like he should tell him. But he also feels like maybe he should stay clear of the drama. He does feel guilty not saying something to his friend. Greek, what would you do?
I hate those situations. They're brutal. It really depends on the person you're telling. I mean, that's the whole thing. You got to know not that person, not the girl, because if he flips out and then they end up together, it's really not good. You want to help. And it's tough because I don't know how serious of a relationship this is with his friend, but I might throw some hints. That's what I might do. I might throw some hints at his way. Like, hey, how's it going? And you guys seen other people? Or
You sure she isn't banging somebody else?
That's a big hint.
A little subtle.
A little
subtle. Keep it subtle, John.
Yeah, keep it subtle. I might
Ryan.
say something like that. I don't know. It's tough because they always like to kill the messenger. They get so mad. And the other thing is, and you may not care this, but some people do, if he tells him he's going to go to her, most likely, and say, somebody told me, then you two are done forever. Like, the person's always going to hate
It sucks. Either way, you're screwed, right?
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you don't tell him and he finds out you knew, you're going to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
But if you tell him and, you're probably still going to be the bad guy, too.
Yeah, you're the bad guy either way.
It doesn't, yeah. So.
Sometimes it is better to just stay out of it.
Sometimes, but it depends. If it's a real friend, and I'm talking personal, like I'm going to say something.
Yeah. Yeah. I think if it's somebody you're close with, yes.
And this is a good friend, according to Ryan.
That was going to be my question.
Yes.
If it's a good friend, then you have to tell him.
Yep.
You have to.
Yeah. To say, I'm sorry to give this to you. You do whatever you want. And maybe you could also ask him, like, don't say it came from me.
Now, I would be damn sure of it.
Oh, absolutely. You want
have
proof.
video.
Yes.
Video. And I know that's going to a little bit to an extreme, but you better be damn sure.
I agree.
Because you're going to probably break them up. And if you
Yes.
if things come to find out that it's not real, oh boy, then again, there's the other side of it too, where that friendship is gone now.
Yep. And when you say that, for me, I would be the same as you, and I know Franny, but there are a lot of couples when they find out somebody's cheating, they just, I've got a lot of my friends that have worked it out, or just
Well, no, that's their decision, what he wants to do after the fact. But I agree with Jimmy. I have proof. It's got to be solid. You can't be hearsay that you heard somebody say, oh, I saw her with so-and-so. You have to see these people with your very own eyes. As Jimmy said, I would take pictures, whatever it is.
Something.
Yeah. And you got to be, like you said, you got to be sure. It can't be just that she's out to dinner with somebody, because that doesn't mean anything.
Exactly. Yep.
It doesn't, because I've been out to dinner with many people, girls, and we're just friends or acquaintances,
Could be
or
a business associate. Could be a hairdresser. I don't know. Anything silly. You got to have good, solid proof to and make sure. If you're going to levy that accusation, then you better be pretty darn accurate on it.
Yeah, you don't want to start big drama.
All right. And then finally, we have Gina that emails us. That's at jimmy@realradio921.com. And so Gina's been seeing a guy for about 2 months. And she says that they're having a really good time so far. The issue is that she's out late drinking during the week, and it's starting to affect, and I'm guessing with this guy, it's starting to affect her job. And her boss actually talked to her last week about it. So this new guy loves to party, and he's got the money to do it. So she wants to tell him, like, hey, I can't go out all the time during the week, but she's afraid if she does, she may lose him. G-Man, what would you do?
No matter what, if he likes her, she's not losing him. He won't care, even if it gets altered. Sorry. If you really like the person, you're going to make adjustments in life. We all do. If he really doesn't like her and just likes to party, he's going to keep going out. But if he really likes her, he's going to make adjustments, because that's what you do. When you're dating somebody, you make, you compromise, you do things. If I like the girl a lot, I want to be with the girl, not so much being out. Yeah, we can go out on the weekends, but I wouldn't want to not see her. And I think she should tell him and be honest. Say, look, you know what? This is affecting my job. Now, if he's got big money, he might say, quit your job. I know guys who do that, and then that's a whole different WWGD. I know somebody who that's worked out for real well, and I know somebody that's worked out for real bad. One girl ended up on the street. One girl's doing good. So some guys with money don't care. They just want to go out and be with you. But I think he'll make an adjustment if he really likes her. And if he says, well, then I'm going to just keep going out, then he really doesn't like you. And that's not good to hear, but it is the truth. But if he likes her, he'll be with her.
Jimmy?
Yeah, he wants to go out, let him go out. You go home when you got to go home to get ready for work. That's all. It's just, it's called being an adult.
Absolutely.
You go home, do your thing, whatever. And if he wants to stay out, and, I don't know. It's only 2 months you've been going together. This shouldn't be a big deal. Just let him know, hey, I can't stay out, all these hours. I got to get up at 4 in the morning or 5 in the morning, so I'm gonna have to call it a night. And just do that. I don't think this is a big one.
I don't either. And it's not in a romantic situation, but my husband and I, we have friends who are like that, and they live a different lifestyle. Either they're in the service industry or they have a lot more money than we do. And so they go out. Doesn't matter what day of the week it is. And so they're always inviting us out, and we're always like, no. And it's not like they're like, well, then we're not friends with you anymore. No, we catch up when we can. We catch up on the weekend. We have a good time. My thing is, if he's like, if you're like, well, can we go on the weekend? And then he's like, well, I don't know. Then I feel like, is there something going on that you're only doing stuff on the weekdays and that you can't hang out with her on the weekend? But I feel like I'm with G-Man. If he does really like you, he will understand,
of course,
that you can't go out because it's affecting your job.
Yeah, I mean, nobody wants anybody's job to be effective, ever. Yeah, that's your livelihood. I mean, relationships are very important, but you got to eat. And like Jimmy just said, it's not that long. They're only on a couple months. And now's really the best time because in the beginning, you set up boundaries. But there are a lot of people that during the week, I hear a lot of my friends like, man, I can't go out at, And if you're drinking. Now, if you want to go out, have dinner, 7:30, come home 9 o'clock, that's different. But if you're out pounding them down and, to 2, 3 o'clock, that'll catch up to you.
If you're out having a couple of drinks until 9 o'clock, that's not bad. You just go home. But if you want to stay out, I mean, that wasn't the scenario. The scenario was what? 2 in the morning
Well,
or
it just says
something like
I'm
that?
out. Yeah, it says I'm out late.
Super late
and drinking
at night,
during the week. Yeah, or you put the limit on you, right? You don't have to stay out late. If you want to hang out with him, hang out and be like, listen, like you said, I'm going to make sure I'm home at 9 o'clock.
Yeah. I get it. But if you like somebody, you make adjustments. I know I would. I'd be like, hey, no problem.
Yeah, but the guy would be like, it's not my problem that it's affecting your job.
Let him stay out.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong there. That's his lifestyle.
Exactly.
He can stay up late. I mean, I don't know what's his job.
Probably doesn't have one.
Maybe it's not. It doesn't bother him.
He sells
okay for
Babania.
him. So
Yeah, well,
That's
his
fine.
lifestyle. When you meet anybody, your lifestyle. You have one, they have another one.
There's got to be a compromise here, right?
of
If
course.
you want to stay with him, you just got to talk to him.
Yeah,
because she doesn't want to lose this guy. And if he's gonna be like good riddance because you say that, then he's not worth it anyway.
He didn't like you. No. I mean, he really didn't. I've done a lot of things for women where I was just compromising. If you like him, you're gonna want to be. You want to be with the person. I mean, for her, she might be also caught up in a lifestyle. She might really enjoy it, but she knows it's affecting her job. Who's gonna say to you, "This is affecting my job"? And they're gonna be like, "Tough."
Yep. Well, there you go. There's your WWGD. If you ever want to ask us something, you can do so. You just got to email us at jimmy@realradio921.com. And Wednesday around 1:40, we will get to it. And quickly, it's not a WWGD, but I did have a text, and I want to ask you, G-Man. They said, would you please ask Greek what was the greatest play he ever saw in a baseball game? Mine was Derek Jeter's cutoff play to home
Oakland
that
A's.
caught Giambi, am I saying that right?
Giambi
from scoring in a pivotal playoff game. And you said which one, G-Man?
I knew that's the play he was talking about. There's been so many.
But yours, your ultimate.
I don't know. I would have to think about it. I don't know. Reggie Jackson hitting 3 home runs in a World Series was unbelievable. I was at an All-Star game years ago when I was really, really a kid. And I remember Dave Parker threw somebody out from right field in Yankee Stadium. And that was an unbelievable throw. I would have to think about it. I really would. But I'll get back to him. I'll think about it. There's been so many great plays.
I know I've seen them, but I can't name names or anything, but like a good triple play.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's amazing.
You want to talk about an outstanding piece of defense.
Well, it doesn't happen.
It's
rare.
It's so rare, but because it's so difficult, obviously, to do. But when you see it happen, it is astonishing to me.
Yeah, I think anytime like World Series or playoffs, these plays mean more because they're right there. It's for the crown. It's for the championship. But the Jeter play is unbelievable. It was a throw from the outfield, and he went and cut it off and threw it, and they got him at a home plate, which was unbelievable. Yeah. They have that in the captain. That's one of the previews. Jimmy, great job as always. You do it every day. You are always on the money. Thanks for everything you do behind the scenes, on the microphone, and all the help you give us every day to add to this.
Thank you, Greek. Thank you, Francis. Always a pleasure. And thank you for listening.
Francis, thanks for coming to work again today, back to back. You're doing a great job. We missed you. And you know what? We need you. So don't miss tomorrow, please.
Okay, I will do my best. But no, always good to be back with, of course, you and Jimmy. And, of course, you out there. And I know that you are waiting for some of these words of wisdom. These are Greek's parting words.
This is about being loyal. And we take this from Derek Jeter. We used it yesterday. A couple of my friends said it last night. Loyalty one way is just stupidity. Don't do that. If you're loyal, be loyal to yourself and to who's in your life. That's going to be an asset, not a liability. Thank you guys for listening. The News Junkie are next, and then the Greek Zone. We'll talk about some football and some gambling stats. We'll be back tomorrow.